No, he
And
didn't get on
Ohio.
because everyone was singing "Country Roads" and he would have got copyright struck.
Ah, see, there you go. Nah,
Country
I don't think what we
roads,
what we what
take
we
me
sang was close enough
home.
to the song.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it doesn't really count. I can't
There
sing
has
for
to be
shit, but
notes.
you have to be able to carry a tune. I don't even have a bucket, dude. I can't carry one in a bucket.
Yeah, instead of getting a DMCA takedown notice, you get sued for defamation for singing the song.
Nope, exactly. You butchered this song so bad. All right, why don't you guys roll me a D8, a D20, duh. See who goes first.
D18.
Nope, we are doing low to high tonight.
Haha.
The 21 from Maeve was my D100 roll. Doesn't.
Yeah, I see that. Something's wrong, guys. Raz isn't going first.
I haven't gone first. Like I went first like what last week, and then the week prior to go first.
Zargan, you got to look closely. That's 1.1.
Ah, gotcha. Alrighty, so lowest goes first. That's gonna be a Kruger. Roll me a D18, sir.
Going back in the repository.
Suppository, you say?
Orcs love suppositories.
I think
I
they
hate
just love
this
to
cough.
impale people. It's kind of the same.
All right, Kruger, roll me a D6.
Get your own number. Get your own number.
All righty. All right, Kruger, you got 1 minute to tell me what archetype does Zakara have? It's not on the map.
Damn it.
Maybe it's in Jartham.
How much time do I have left?
10.
Hello?
10. 5.
Oh, something about a bee. That's all I remember. Like Path of the Bumblebee or something.
All right. I will give you credit for that. Bumblebee is correct.
It was taken
You
from
laugh, Raz.
it was taken from a different thing and like kind of recolored.
And renamed, yep.
Yeah, I knew it was. That's why I couldn't remember what the original one was.
I like my twerking bee in general.
All right. Zakara, roll me a 1d17.
Ah, 1.1.
All right, Zakara. You have 1 minute to tell me, why did Galgrim leave home?
There was a drow attack during a war a few years ago in the mines, where one of his siblings died, and his family blamed him as he was the older sibling.
That is correct.
Wait. Is this our Galgrim? When did all this happen?
And if I remember correctly, this was brought before some sort of like council or judge or something, and he was found innocent, but he was still ostracized because of the incident.
They let dwarves have councils now.
Thought he just left.
Alrighty,
Was that,
Razavir.
wait, was that correct? Or am I spreading misinformation?
You are partly correct. Razavir, you may roll me a 1d16. I remember him saying that there was a look into it, but he wasn't held accountable. But I believe he left on his own because his family blamed him.
That's what I said.
No, you didn't say that. I didn't hear it.
You need to check your hearing aids, old man.
Did you say he needs to urinate, old man?
I mean, I am old. Sometimes I do have to do that several times a day, you know.
Get your little Flomax, baby. Get you working.
I'm not sure that's what that's for. Isn't Flomax a sinus thing?
That's Flonase.
Oh, same thing. It gets your flow. It gets your flow in, right?
One you squirt
Alrighty.
up, the other lets you squirt.
Razavir, you have 1 minute to name me 2 of the 3 known monk orders.
2 of the 3.
Yep.
I think I got these in my notes somewhere. I got one. I'm having a hard time finding the other.
Ten seconds.
I know one is bonsai. Foot. Bonsai and foot.
Alrighty.
Damn.
You
not
actually
even gonna-
answered right as my buzzer buzzed, but I didn't say anything, so I'll give you credit.
Yeah.
Not even gonna name the one that Krug is on. I see how
No,
it is.
that's the easy one.
That's the easy one. That's the right in free middle space.
Yep. All right, Glizzik, roll me a
And
1d15.
bonus point for doing the other 2 he ain't part of. I'm joking.
Lucky number 13, baby. I'm glad you guys got us points because it's not going to happen. I'm only number 1 goblin.
All right, this is a repeat, Glizzik, so you better get it.
That's
Is
what I
it
missed
one that
before.
he's missed before?
Multiple times. I don't know the names of the catfolk crew.
All right, Glizzik, you have 1 minute to tell me who has declared war on the party's kingdom.
The Coven of Storms.
That is correct.
I wrote them a note saying, please don't do that.
Just don't.
Please, no. No,
Please,
I am
sir.
only the number 1 goblin. I
Please,
do not know
sir.
why I wrote this kingdom.
Klizzik sees the army like coming up, and he marches out in front of their general and says, "Take that big thing back where it came from, or so help me."
So help me. Help me. So help. Just put a big sign in front of the city.
Glizzik
No
doing.
longer Lark Point.
All right, once again, you guys get 4 for 4. That's 2 weeks in a row.
Maeve's just behind going bum, bum, bum.
All right, I have popped up what you can spend them on. You have 19.5 points. So what would you like to spend?
Hero point.
Pop-up video.
There is no pop-up videos for sale.
Definitely hero point.
Another broker.
And that's
Yeah,
kinda
all
the only
our
thing
brokers are gone.
It's kind of the only thing that's really catching me at the moment.
What? A broker?
Dat hero point.
All right, is that all you guys want?
New kingdom leader.
It's not on the list.
I didn't say ruler. I said for one of the empty spots.
Oh, I'll allow it.
Oh, well, Kruger allows it. I guess it's okay.
Give us one of those. Stinky, stinky dwarf incoming. Mystic, you're just in time to do trivia. We're just spending our rewards points. Any desire to do anything other than just hero point?
Nope.
All right, Galgrim. Way to not update. Good job.
Burner.
I mean, I can back out and update if I need to.
Don't know if you need to or not.
It's never denied me joining any other time.
Oh, you've been denied many times. Don't try to trick us. You might have a lot to load. You're several versions behind, too.
The last time I updated was like a month ago, so.
Still running off Windows 95, I see.
I think it's on 3.11. Once you get in, Galgrim, go ahead and roll me a 1d14 for your trivia question. A tree. All right, Galgrim, you has 1 minute to tell me this. Let me get my timer up. All right, Galgrim, you have 1 minute to tell me the name of Razavir's familiar.
Nathir?
That is correct.
Makes you feel better. I hadn't even loaded in yet, so his name wasn't at the top.
The hell?
He got an answer right. I thought it deserved some fanfare.
Behold!
Even better, Mystic didn't cheat and look at the top because it hadn't loaded yet. For his name.
I was hoping Bio would sign out Nathair, so he would just disappear from the top briefly.
Well, that would put him in the character select, so he would have been able to see him in there.
I think he still shows up at. Well, no, you guys don't see him in there because you guys don't own him.
Yeah, I only see Glizzik and Maeve when I look at my... Any interest in doing healing potions at some point? Because it's a healing potion for each party member. If we get like a greater or a major, that might be really, really nice sometime in a big boss fight.
What are we doing right now? Actively, since I've been gone the last 2 sessions?
Since I've been
Spending hero points.
Well, no, like in the
Kill
session.
the purple worm for the first time.
Remember
now
Cthulhu?
we're sleeping. Hell yeah.
Well, we have not done a recap yet, so we'll be doing that here in a minute.
We went into Cthulhu's Hole.
You guys have 20.5 points, and you're currently buying a hero point. Anything else?
You were there for the drow.
Yeah,
That's pretty much the last session we had. After that was just we fought a purple worm.
Is there...
That's
Okay, All I was trying to do is figure out which pet I needed to grab.
Ah, we're still underground.
So Bernie.
Yeah, we're still
You don't want
underwater.
a flyer underground?
If it was a bat, it would be pretty helpful down
What
here.
were you gonna say there, Sakura?
I was gonna say or ask if there's any interest in extra life hero point because I know a couple of us have one, but not everyone.
You think we can afford those things?
I know it's
They're a whole extra hero point.
I just plan on not dying.
Aren't you invincible?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I plan on not dying every day. Because tomorrow is the day I die. It's always today.
All right. So anything besides the extra hero point then?
The
I'm
extra
still
life
voting.
ones aren't terrible.
Healing potions, like an 8 or a 10.
that's odd session, right?
This is an even session.
Damn it.
It says it at the top of the handout.
I'm just trying to, start for next session. Think about it. How much is that, Zargan? Can we do the 10s or not for expenditures?
I don't believe so.
Nobody has the ability to do 10s yet?
No, I think you guys are still on the 8s for that.
Okay. Just as some of the things that Bio was creating were like 11 or whatever that I was trying to counteract last time, so I was curious.
No, I understand, but nah. The majors won't be available until level 13, which would be
this is
10.
So this is just getting them. We don't have to be able to craft them.
Correct.
Will we be able to buy them before we can make them?
I don't know what level the major ones are, but in order to buy them, you have to be level 13 to buy the major lines of the items.
For alchemical items, it kind of does give levels. I don't know if that's supposed to be what levels we need to be or just what level the items are going to be, probably.
It's what levels I believe you guys are.
Okay. So greater would be okay, so that's 9 to 12.
Correct.
Okay. It's just not major yet. Major says 13 to 15.
Yeah. It doesn't say it on the healing potions, but on the random potions and so forth, it says that.
It should be the same. Okay. Well, we could do 8s eventually if you wanted to. Which would be pretty hefty considering.
I mean, those are graders.
Moderates. Yeah. Moderates are what we have, so it might be nice just to have one each extra in case of emergency. But not today. If you guys feel the need for the extra life hero points, I'm okay with it. I just don't really need it because I never go down.
The greater healing potions heal 68 plus 20.
I feel bad for your wife.
You mean Noxia?
Yeah.
She got all the pieces.
All right. Anything else you want to spend besides hero points?
That's all I'm voting for. If anybody else really wants something, then well, we got points, but
You can buy some legendary hero points.
Except it's every 3 sessions. Next time. There's a baby. I see a baby.
I think you're seeing things.
That lady had a tiny person. Must have been a halfling. Perhaps
Probably. All right. Everyone can add a total of 2 hero points to your PC sheet.
Add 2 more hero points. Mystic, if you do the recap, you get 1 extra hero point.
Oh yeah, let me do the recap.
He's done. That's what that's what. Yeah, he would not qualify for the hero point if he tried to recap because he has
Why
no clue.
not? Just pretend it's like a paper that you had due that you didn't have time to do the research for it. Go with it, man. We've all been there.
Quick, somebody let me borrow your notes really quick so I can pass the test.
You're acting like anyone besides Zakara has actual notes.
There are notes
Son,
there, but they're just
send me your notes really quick.
Barney wrote the notes that he's reading off of.
Bernie's eating the notes. What do you mean?
Lakara tries to pass me her notes, but Barney grabs them and starts munching on them.
Yep. All right. Would someone like to do a recap this evening?
Who's
Nobody
eligible?
Technically, everyone now that we've completed the first circle.
If nobody else wants to, I'll do one.
I'll go.
I don't need
Yes,
the
you
point,
would, and I know why.
but I'll be your backup hype man. Okay, go for it. Like you did for the
Do
singing
do
last time.
do 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 do.
Worm. Do. Skeleton.
So we picked up our adventure either right before or right at the juncture of the like what was it, 5 separate holes if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um and so we were following our like the checks that we made before said that it was probably 4 or 5. We went down 4, came back, and now we're gonna go down 5, which the
3 and 5.
drow also um, corroborated when we spoke with them. So
They
we
said,
had what?
they said go back and kill far left.
Go back and kill far left.
Go back and go like to the other cave. And so we went all the way back to where we split, and then we did the far left one, which would have been the what, number 1 or number
No,
5?
it was number 5.
5. Okay.
Yeah, so we go down that tunnel, and after I think it was a quarter mile, if I recall correctly, the path opened up just a little bit, but then on the other side of the opening, it closed back down and it looked like there had been a cave in. When the group attempted to go start moving the rubble to go the way they need to go, they were ambushed by a purple worm who totally cheated and introduced surprise into a Pathfinder 2 campaign.
Really? So it wasn't when the greedy orc went up to check the dead body?
No, I wasn't checking the dead body. I was checking the thing that was on the ground.
Awesome.
Yeah, exactly. The loot.
There was some fighting that ensued. Zakara ended up getting swallowed, and Kruga, being upset that his audience of one for his poetry reading is now in the tummy of someone, did massive amounts of damage. And then Zakara cut herself out from the inside after Kruga had tenderized those spots for her.
Don't forget about the pickle.
Oh
Kruger
yeah,
was in
that's
quite a pickle.
right. That's right. There's this pickle that makes it so that things don't want to swallow you once they get a taste of you.
And you're not allowed to spit out or swallow the pickle. It had to keep it in your mouth or something in order for the effect.
It can swallow. It's just getting sick.
Oh,
I think he's talking about the person with the pickle, not the person being swallowed
correct.
who has the pickle. For that, we opened up the affirmation chest and did like a little short rest. The chest had a amulet that had the symbol of Procan on it. It had some monies and something else. Oh, so a bunch of bloodstones.
Yeah, which were worth money. And we also had a necklace.
Yeah, that was the amulet of Procan. Yeah.
And we identified the other stones that we had, which were moonstones from before.
Correct.
Moonstones.
You also found that map and looks like a journal that no one can read.
Maps
A
don't
waterlogged
exist.
map.
And if I can't read it, it doesn't exist.
Waterlogged journal.
We did a full rest, right?
Correct. An overnight
not
rest.
only that, but Glizzik cooked you a meal of the purple worm that we fought, and we all got temporary hit
You want
points
to hit
because
the
of
long rest button to get rid of all what I've cast? Sorry.
It should have already did it.
It says cast 2 of 3 on my level 5 spells. And
Well, what the hell?
I'm hitting the all actions button too.
The waterlogged map did show parts of what looked like an opening in the underground area, the eastern side of which has a little pond or something like that that seems to have some sort of treasure underneath.
I saw that lady walk behind Kruga again. She didn't have a baby. I think she dropped it over the railing.
But after doing that and then clearing out the enough of the cave-in for the group to be able to squeeze through, everyone realized that they were very, very tired and they began their long rest. The end.
Yep, you guys pretty much woke up, did your daily prep, and that is where we're at the moment. You can have an extra hero point there, Kruga.
Mystic. Because you weren't here last time when we did daily prep, at the end of that meal and rest, I took 2 water breathing level 4s. And for cantrips, I have no direction and read aura. Just so you know what to pick.
Sorry, what'd you say? I was looking at my spells.
I said I took 2 level 4 water breathings, which are 5 people each, and I took for cantrips no direction and read aura. I do not have guidance. Just for selection. I did like utility for spells for most of my stuff too, rather than just straight fight.
Anybody want to be werewolves for a minute?
Is it a polymorph transmutation?
It's a transmutation spell, but I can hit all 5 of us with one spell cast.
So we figured out last session when I tried to use enlarge on Kruga that the spell almost always will lose to the item, like elixir or whatever like that, based on level. It's a 4th level spell and like an 11th level item, so it was pretty much impossible to use on them if they're using their thing in the collar.
I was just asking if anybody wanted me to take that. I can turn literally everybody into a werewolf.
One werewolf, real big.
Well,
like Voltron werewolf.
Volru.
It might be cool, but we got to do it before they pop their stuff. Is all I was saying.
And I don't know what we'll run into, but if anyone wants to attach a snap leaf to their armor, I made extras.
I think I've still got 1 left.
Well, everyone only started off with 1. That's all I made enough for.
Maybe it just didn't get removed from my inventory. There it is. Oh, okay.
I got the AC coin on still.
Hey Zargan, how hard is it for you to pop just random NPCs in?
I mean, I have some like like low level NPCs, like 1 or maybe 2, CR, but that's it.
If we need to target something, just target someone in the party.
I was debating about taking a summoning spell.
The bane of every DM.
No kidding.
Like, it would be fun, but unfortunately, just summon in a swarm.
I can summon a troll.
I mean, one thing typically isn't too bad, yeah. Just when somebody summons something
All of batters. I would like to summon 32 items.
Are a little bleh because you have to use an action to give them 2 actions. So I'd be summoning it, and then I'd have to, and it's a sustain spell, so I'd be using my 1 action to sustain it, and then
you can move
2 actions to control Bernie and 2 actions to control the troll.
Sounds like you're turning 3 actions into what? 7 actions?
5.
5? No.
I thought it's only 1 to command.
It's 1 to command, and then I have to spend 1 to control Bernie, and I have to spend 1 to control the troll, and then they both get 2 actions. So essentially, I'm turning 3 into 4.
That sounds like an awful idea.
You may need to double check that, because I think sustaining a summon also counts as commanding it.
Not to mention that the CR of the troll is going to be way below what we are now. Like
And
Thag was right on level, and the trolls were like just above him, so they're probably like a 5 or 6
It's a
CR
5.
troll.
It's a
Only-
CR5.
And I only bring that up because in our game somebody summons a little plant, not familiar, but creature, and sustaining is the same as commanding. So you may want to double check because that might save you an action.
I'm just not gonna worry about it.
I have 3 servings of purple worm for making future feasts for us as well, guys. Because it's fresh ration. Get it while it's still fresh.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I have to go over some stuff here because Galgrim's back.
Oh, by the way, Raz. Let me check something here. Come on. Yeah, let me remove that. Go ahead and hit yourself with your dark vision again.
Oh, I knew I was forgetting to do something. I have to open up actions. Actually, there's not a whole lot I really need to change here because Galgrim doesn't use half of my stuff, and the other half I tend to use on him instead.
You should pickle him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Naughty, my cantrips are pretty well locked in.
That's fine. Just because sometimes we ask if someone's taking guidance or stuff, so I just
So I've got.
do I have.
I will always have Gale Blast, Healing Plaster, Produce Flame, and Spout because I'm using for my Geomancy.
Sure.
And then I've got one that I can kind of move around, which normally I have on Detect Magic now.
Okay, that's fine.
Because,
just so we don't overlap. Yep.
I did that when Phallus left, and then, yeah.
Just so you know, there is I think a general feat that lets you get 2 more cantrips.
General feat.
I think it's a general.
Could be major feat. Colonel feat.
Okay,
Private.
I'm prepared.
Alright.
Kind of corny though.
Gotta have how low the spell sheet is when you scroll it.
It's because you have so much shit on it. Alright, Raz, hit yourself with your dark vision.
I'm working on it. Shit's taking forever to load.
That's because Mystic's bouncing back and forth between all his tabs, making it load everything, twice or 3 times. I don't know if he is or not. I'm just saying that.
No, not anymore. I was.
See, I knew it.
Well, it's also just my spell sheet in general is just so laggy.
Then pop it open and leave it open.
That's what I've done, and I'm holding it on that page. It's the actual where I do combat stuff and click on it, it's just laggy as fuck.
Well, get off dial-up.
My internet speed is good, sir.
Uh-huh.
The only change I'm going to make to the list of stuff I've prepared, Zargan, is that I'm going to give Galgrim one of my Elixir of Lives rather than holding two of them. That's it. So he can add one of my moderate Elixir of Lives to his Alchemical Wonders thing.
If
That's all
you
he's got
have,
today.
yep, if you have not updated Galgrim, a patch or two, like 2 weeks ago, they put out a big patch that fixed a lot of that lag on those tabs.
Slow down. Yeah.
So being
Yeah,
how
that's
some of that might be on your side now.
Yeah, if you go out and back in after updating it, like I can move my character sheet around now, which we could not do
I'll
before.
go update it.
Yeah, they
How do you
did that
pop out the
patch.
tab again?
He already disconnected.
No, how do you pop out a tab?
Oh my
Alt.
god.
Left alt, and then mouse click.
Oh, god damn it.
Also, Zargan, I have fast internet. Fuck you.
Uh-huh.
Look at the picture I just sent you.
The machine, on the other hand.
And I can make a Google thing that says anything I want, Mystic.
Yeah, Mystic tried to send me this thing that says I have a big penis earlier, and we all know that's not true.
It is completely
Is
not
it
true.
Is it
Big
also
is
a picture?
subjective.
He is he has you there. He is right. It is subjective.
When you're
It's the
looking at it
biggest
through
one
a
he's ever had.
When you're looking at it through a microscope, it takes up over half the screen.
I mean, I feel like that's misleading because you left out the word electron.
And those little lines on the thing, those are microns. They're not millimeters or meters, they're microns.
That makes me happy.
Listen, just because that amoeba pseudopodia was larger than me doesn't make me small.
No,
Your
it does.
flagella's fine the way it is.
Alright. While Galgrim updates and then rejoins, we can go ahead and start. So,
I say
waking
we
up.
divide the treasure first before he gets back. Can we divide the treasure?
Do you have treasure? Not really.
Yeah, we have a little bit of treasure from the coin. It's not a big pile of treasure by any means.
No, there's
Should-
a whole bunch of rocks that Kruger
Yep.
took. That bloodstone meant you hit someone with it and they bleed, so he's gonna start throwing them at people.
Moonstones
Nice.
make you see stars. Is that what it is?
No, they make you
Well,
see the
off
moon,
hard
duh.
mode, You make another bloodstone. So get to it, Kruger. That's a real moneymaker right here.
You hit someone with a moonstone, they fail their save, and they have to drop their drawers and moon someone. Alrighty.
Sorry, I was trying to buy time for you, Galgrim. You back yet?
We can continue. He can
It's
listen.
loading. Yeah.
So you guys get up, do your your morning prep, basically. Get your spells ready. Get your key strike ready. 17 times if you're Kruger. Read some erotic poetry, and then you guys are ready to go. Clean up your camp a little bit.
I like to think that if any of the spellcasters ever miss a spell or it's not successful, it's because they wrote it down wrong while Kruger was reciting poetry. And threw them off.
That or Kruger goes to their spell books and draws in a bunch of dicks.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, that elvish S looks like a penis. Let me modify that real quick.
Exactly.
S is for serpent.
All right, you guys start hiking down the passage, the way you the way you were going, past the collapsed tunnel that you have cleared. Takes you guys probably about half hour of hiking along. As you start coming around a bend in your tunnel, you see a faint flickering light up ahead, which grows stronger as you walk farther along the edge, around the bend.
Just real quick, Zargan, I have Drakeheart in my neck.
Okay, should we put the timer on then?
No, it's on my neck, not in my neck.
Well, you said in.
You haven't pushed the plunger yet.
Just
I know.
standing there holding it, like ready to go.
You loaded a Drakeheart and Zakar loaded a Quicksilver. As you guys keep, kind of going, the light gets a little bit brighter, and it opens up into a large chamber. You faintly hear a sound of some running water, and probably 30, 40 feet in front of you see like a campfire burning with a hunched figure hunched over, like with its back towards you. What are you guys doing? My precious, my precious.
Dawn comes, take you off.
How big was the creature you said?
You can't really tell. You think it's maybe medium size,
Okay.
but it's
Hey,
but
Berto.
but its back is towards you. It's like crouched over in front of the fire, doing something.
Hey, Burglar, see if you can get some of that meat that's cooking.
Well, I'm just gonna continue walking forward
Okay.
unless
As you
somebody has any reason to have something else happen.
quick attack.
I will be stealthy.
All right.
I will also be stealthy.
Well, that's
But
that will be debatable.
Just be walking along.
All right.
Kruga. Curious, but this is neither a troll nor a baby.
Could be
No,
a baby
but
troll.
it could be a baby troll.
Ah,
As you guys probably another, close the distance by about 10 feet. You're not 10 feet away, but you walk another 10 feet. It stands up and turns towards you. You figure it's probably about 6, 7 foot tall, about the same size as Kruga, but with the light and everyone's dark vision, it looks like one of those scum, one of those fish people you've seen.
Scoom.
It stands up, turns around, looks at you guys with his little like a grimace face, holds out hand, and speaks in Undercommon.
I hear.
Behold.
Which will soon be called something else.
Common up.
by the way, Zakar,
Over the bottom comment.
I just saw your
Drowse.
message there, Zakar. I'll take one if you got him.
Yep, it's yours.
You can drag one onto his character, I think, Zakara.
I just added one because it was quantity 0-1 already on my sheet.
Okay.
That looks like a penis. That looks like a penis. That looks like a penis.
Okay, Glizz is gonna walk up to the guy, fumble in his purse for a second, and hand him some money.
How much money?
10, of course. I made him
10
money.
what? 10 what?
And money.
10 what he asked for. They didn't hear.
Okay. Because he pulls out his little purse, counts out some money, hands it to him, and he kind of looks at you. Looks down on you because, of course, because you're small and he's not. He points up like forward about 20, 30 feet past the fire. You see this old rickety like barge on the edge of this almost like an underwater river, and he points you towards his boat, and then turns back towards everyone
Follow.
else.
As we're walking by, I would say,
Well. As you walk up, he goes like this to you, and
me?
says the same thing again to each of you. Seems a little bit agitated now.
In Undercommon, I tell him, they understand. They're gonna give you money. Just, give him a second.
And he stands there,
What
hand
are
out,
we
and
doing?
it's like he wants you to give him something.
oh, he's gonna
I
get
can't-
something all right.
I can't be the only person in this party that speaks Undercommon. Come on.
As he says it in the Undercommon.
I will. I'll take out my coin purse and hand over the gold. And I'll say to the others, "It looks like he's charging us 10 gold each."
For what?
Passes across. He said, "I'm assuming this is how we get to see Mama's grotto."
See, mamas.
It's figure you ask before we pay money.
Right?
That's why I went first, to see if it was a trap.
All right, Glizzik, make sure you mark off the gold. Zakar, mark off the gold.
As I pulled the string that's attached to all 10 of those gold
As you
coins.
pay him, Zakara, he lets you he kind of accepts the side you can walk by.
Taking off the copper now. Okay, that money is good. 10 gold.
Hmm.
I'll say to him, this is to take us to the Sea Mother's Grotto.
He looks at you.
She says it in Amaranth.
This is passage across the river. Safe passage across the river.
I will repeat that in common.
Like, looking around, does it seem like basically going across the river is the only way to go at this point?
Yes. The cave kind of opens up right to the riverfront, and across the river, you, since you pretty much all have dark vision, there's little affected by the fire. You see the other side of the cave, and that goes down into a tunnel. You're guessing 50, 60 feet.
Cool.
And since you're kind of up there, Glizzik, you see it. It didn't really look that from back there, but it looks like it's moving pretty quick.
If it didn't take a focus point, I could literally jump across this. But I will also pay the 10 gold.
All right, mark off 10 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Once you pay him, he steps aside and let you go by.
There might be like cave sharks in the river we don't know about that can jump or something. I have no
idea. River shark do 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 do.
I take out 8 gold and hand it to him, and I kind of like gesture like that's all I have.
He takes your 8 gold and does not let you pass.
Can I try to bluff him, or?
He doesn't care.
I fish around in my bag of holding, and I pull out the other 2 gold worth of copper and hand it to him.
Okay. He counts it and puts it in his purse.
Wait, how much? That'd be 100 copper, right?
For a gold.
Yeah.
Never mind. I do that with silver.
Yeah, it's 100 copper per gold.
Yeah, I don't have that much copper. I have enough silver to do
10
that.
silver each.
So
Yeah.
20 silver.
Yep. Okay. He lets you go by. Razavir, what are you doing?
He stops the bear.
I will fish out 10 gold and give it to this game artist.
All right, he takes your 10 gold as well. Make sure you guys write it off. Once you've all paid, he kind of steps back, turns around, reaches down to his campfire, pulls up like a stick, like a spit thing, has like a fish on it, starts walking towards where Glizzik's at in his boat, munching on his semi-cooked fish.
Cooked enough.
Yeah, exactly.
On the ride over, I'm totally giving him tips on how to cook the fish better.
You guys all load up on his like raft, barge, whatever you want to call it, and he takes this big sculling oar off the floor of the raft and pushes off. Instantly, as soon as it comes off the shore, the raft almost lurches to the south as the current of the river grabs and starts pushing it pretty quickly. But he seems fairly strong. His muscles are bulging, and he seems to know what he's doing, and he's keeping you guys good and heading right across the river towards the shore. You guys doing anything over the passage?
I mean, how long is it?
I don't know.
2 microns.
Can we not see the other side?
You can, but I mean, you're not moving super fast. There's the currents the current's really slowing this thing down. You figure maybe about Yep.
While that's going on, I want to cast Vital Beacon.
Okay.
Any chance
I
you
should
can...
not have done that.
Nope, because you didn't target yourself.
Go back to preparations. You can uncheck it.
Any chance you can get him to point us in the right direction,
That's the
Bliznik, so we
stupid
don't have
minimum
a...
actions thing that.
Yep, hit all. It's at the bottom, right next to combat preparation. Sorry, Bio. Go ahead.
Any chance you can get him to point us in the right direction once we land, so we don't have another repeat of earlier?
About a minute goes by, and he sculls you guys across the river and docks just up on the shore, and kind of motions for you to get the hell off his boat.
What? No receipt? Are you going to be here if we come back later today? Or you just like hang out here, or is this the thing where you're like,
I will be here.
okay? This is, of course, since he spoke under common, I'm talking to him in. Which way are we heading to get to Sea Mother's Grotto after we leave here?
He points down the only passage.
He thinks you're so
one
dumb.
cave, one cave only. There's no splits or anything we should worry about. Just straight to it.
About a mile. He doesn't say mile, but he makes up the terms in the local whatever.
I tip him some of the leftover food that we had from breakfast, which is basically just purple worm jerky at this point that I had left
Okay.
over for pocket bacon,
Gotcha.
So enjoy.
All right, as you guys start heading off, he pushes back off the shore and heads back over to his fire.
Okay, next time we're not paying. I got wall of ice, so I'll just make a bridge. It's fine. Unless I need to use it for combat. You know what I'm saying?
You might, if you make a wall of ice, you might need to have combat then.
Yep.
All right, you guys continue on down through the passage. Winds and turns some. Takes you another 10, 15 minutes.
Certainly be a lot more fun with wall of ice than wall of flesh to cross it. I'm just saying.
Fun for who? For who?
Eyeballs or arms. Which would you prefer? Because mouths was a bad decision last time.
Yeah.
Can we all agree on that?
All right. Once more, of course, these tunnels wind and turn. Most of these tunnels do not look worked, or if they are, very, very little. Mostly, like, stalagmites have been cleared out of the way to make a wide enough path for pack animals and that to come through. But these seem to be mostly all natural tunnels.
I'm sure our dwarf would know whether or not these tunnels were worked.
He would.
So,
no, you don't have to. You don't have to. It's obvious that they're mostly not.
You got to remember, I'm also not a dwarf.
You are a dwarf. You're the most
What
dwarf I've ever dwarfed.
I'm a dwarf, but most of my stuff's all nature-y.
From now on, I'm exchanging the word dwarf and smurf exclusively. You're
Gotcha.
the dwarfiest dwarf I've ever dwarfed.
All right. Coming around the corner of the rough-hewn passage, you are greeted by a chilling scene. You have entered a large cavern that is dimly lit with the greenest phosphorescence from lichens, coupled with the grayish luminosity from slug-like creatures as large as a man's fist, which crawl everywhere, walls, ceiling, floors, giving the area an undersea appearance, and a strange salty tang is in the air. I'm not done. Fixing spelling errors.
Don't worry.
Let me pop open the map, put you guys on it, then I'll continue.
So you say there's lichens, huh? Little tiny undead guys.
Yep.
Was the river brackish or fresh?
You don't know.
All right, I just wonder if that also had a smell.
All right, should bring you guys on to the map.
I see us, but just us.
Just us.
You don't see anything else?
Nope.
I see blackness.
Probably
It's probably still loading. It did take a little bit last time for us to see stuff.
This map's a little large. I will continue the narrative. Directly to the north, facing you, is a huge dark green creature, rather like a giant lobster-headed woman, with one pincher raised above, and the right pincher extended towards you and open. This large statue sits on the top of a large ziggurat to the north of you. The walls and pavement of this place are well made, but very worn. Obviously, this area is old. It feels alien and foreboding. The shape of the stones and the illuminations of the area feels wrong in ways you cannot describe. A glance left and right will reveal an archway to the west with stairs leading up, and the 20-foot wide and 40-foot high ceiling opening leading east. Ahead of you to the north, you see space. I did that one real nice. Ahead of you to the north, you see a space. The space is a great sunken area, which appears to be an arena or pool filled with some translucent green water, and surrounded by 6 tiers of stone benches. The whole forming a square around the raised platform in the middle of the deep depression. I need each of you to roll me a will save.
I'm sorry, but I'm focused on the ziggurat, and all I could hear is Scanlan saying zipper twat.
Nice.
It was almost a 17.
It's almost 17.
That was a 7. There's a 17.
My forte.
Roll for Bernie, too.
We have to roll for the familiars?
No.
No, I have to roll for Bernie.
He's not a familiar.
Yeah, he is. He counts as one.
What do I have
You
above?
know, he's a companion. He's not a familiar.
Ours can't fight.
Yeah, Nathan and Maeve can't fight. Alright, would anyone like to spend a hero point?
Nope.
How come some of us have a +1?
Because some of you don't suck.
True.
I feel like I should spend one.
Broken. Broken!
Oh.
Anyone else?
I'm sure it'll be fun.
Well, have fun with the me switching sides, guys.
I have this pain in my spine all of a sudden, and I don't know why.
Why did Galgrim just cancel the water breathing on everybody?
You just stabbed me.
Alright. Razavir, Galgrim, and Bernie. The eeriness of this place makes you frightened.
Oh, hold on. I have something for that, I think.
Getting scared? Is he frightened too because he crit failed it?
No.
I automatically reduce my frightened condition by 2 instead of 1 at the end of every turn.
This doesn't reduce.
At the end of every turn, this doesn't reduce?
Nope.
Some effects keep it on you, and you can't drop beneath that. Just ask Kruga.
I should at least get points for remembering I had something that interacted with fucking frightened.
That is good, but unfortunately for this, it will not help you.
That's annoying.
Welcome to me dealing with Kruga.
What?
As you
Oh,
stand in
it's
awe at the sight before you, several figures move into sight, glance in your general direction, and then continue on their way. As you look around, you see this large area has dozens of figures moving around on tasks of their own. A line of what appears to be supplicants is slowly moving towards the ziggurat to the north. Two cracks of a whip echo through the chamber.
How does that not... It literally says in the rules, frightened condition always has a value, word for word.
Yes, your value is 1.
1, yeah. But there are certain situations.
Duration
where it
is
doesn't drop off.
unlimited.
Unless otherwise specified at the end of each of your turns, okay.
It sounds like it was specified.
It has been otherwise specified.
Full points for trying.
Galgrim, you feel if you leave this area, it'll probably drop off. But while you're in the Sea Mother's Grotto, just this whole alien feeling you have, and like you're being watched, just the whole thing just unsettles you. Bernie doesn't like it either.
Do I get anything for critically succeeding?
You get nothing. Besides, who said you critically succeeded?
I did.
What does frightened even do? Just makes me on edge.
Makes you scared.
Reduces everything you have by 1.
Yeah, mechanically, everything just takes a -1. Saves, attacks, skills, AC.
And it's just frightened 1 even though I rolled a 1?
Correct. Either you're frightened or you're not. There's no crit successes, no crit failures.
Yeah, this ain't a dragon. There ain't no frightened 4 slapped on you.
I'm just asking.
So what would you guys like to do?
So the figures that we've seen like milling around, are they scum as well, or?
The bulk of them are, yes. Other ones are like in robes. You can't really tell what they are. A few seem to be like possibly a human or two. You're just not really. I mean, there may be some other humanoids, some gnolls and stuff. But that's just what you see.
And so the figure that I was pointing at, like that thing in the middle, is it a statue?
Looks like it, yes.
Is it Procan or?
No, it is not.
That's the lobster clawed thing you mentioned, right?
Yep.
Well, what is it?
Exactly.
I mean, can I roll to try and figure out what it is?
You can roll religion.
Ha, 20.
Are you happy with it with a 20?
I'll allow it.
You have no idea.
Okay.
Are you happy with a 30, Glizik?
Yep.
While you don't know what it is, you're more skill in religion than your orc friend. You figure some kind of deity or something for this place.
It's not Reaper. It's not.
No,
Reaper,
it's
I don't
not.
care. It's a stupid crab god. So
Lobster.
Like lobster god. Countered with butter. Rock lobster.
And this is the same place where like the slugs are everywhere.
Yes, the slugs that are like on the walls, everything then give off a little bit of light. This whole thing, which you can see, should have an irish green light to it, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
Okay.
It does.
I just figured it'd be very dangerous for the slugs to be in here with all the salt water. I mean, like, seriously, don't you think that? I'm just making conversation for sure.
Does anybody have any idea what's happening here?
Because I mean, there's people lined up in front of you, down up there by their steps, going down to the water to go up to the ziggurat, and
So they noticed we came in, they just don't give a shit, right?
some people have noticed. Yes, some scum have noticed, some other races have noticed, and they just don't care.
Anybody else that looks like us?
No one looks like you.
That's right.
There's another party with one of each of our races in it.
But they're
And
all
now
just
you have-
slightly off.
And now you have to fight them.
No one's freaking out. We're likely seen as guests. Safe passage across the river. Maybe until they think anything's wrong, nothing's wrong. Probably have visitors do business from time to time.
Can, like, you see how we're supposed to act, whereas amongst, like, population, crowds, and society?
It's not one I'm particularly familiar with.
I mean, otherwise, I could address the entire market and let them know who we are, if you think that'll help.
The ones that we're seeing milling about, going about their business, if you could eyeball loosely what they're doing, are they just like taking things here and there? Are they just kind of like random NPC wandering with no purpose? Is there something that the bulk of the foot traffic in here is going to do that we can see?
Roll me a perception.
Good on the
But I will
perception.
say you have officially entered the grotto.
Whoops, wrong tab.
All right. You noticed most of the people are just going about their lives, like carrying some stuff here or there, like they're bringing some bread back to wherever they might live and so forth, just out for a stroll. But you also notice most of the non-scum are in one of those lines in front of you guys, heading towards the ziggurat.
Okay. I'll convey it. It looks like the scum may not be just living here, coming to and fro with someone over there has groceries, for crying out loud. The slaves look like they're being lined up toward making their way towards the ziggurat.
Are they processing them for sacrifice?
Does not look like it.
Are there any that are troll sized?
No.
Am I crazy, or did somebody have something in their tank for possibly contacting her if we got close enough?
Talking about message.
Yeah.
I've got message, but it's got a range of 500.
I think Valis had
Have to.
sending or whatever the equivalent is.
Yeah, he had sending or scrying. I can't remember
Scrying.
which.
He definitely had scrying. I think he also had sending, maybe. I don't know.
It's a spell slot, I take it.
It's a innate spell because of my archetype runes card.
So is that just something you
Once a
pulse
day
out?
ability.
Once a day.
Yeah, all my little tattoo magic thingies
So if
from
we
the Brotherhood.
If we feel we're within half a click of her, that could be useful.
Well, I
Half
have
a
to be able
kilo?
to see her.
Half a kilo.
Half a kilo. I have to be able to see them though, and then I just whisper, and they can hear it, and they can whisper back, and I hear it. But it's 500 feet, not meters or kilo.
chain here. May need to find where these slaves are being taken.
Sounds like someone who can speak their language should talk to them.
Yep. I look around behind me.
I was expecting a behold, but in undercommon.
Oh, it's coming. I have it in the canon. It's on copy. I'm just ready to hit paste.
Just give me a reason to light this fuse.
There you go.
Do you shout that out?
Yeah. As we're coming in, I can't move yet, so otherwise I'd be in front of them.
What do you mean you can't move? Sure you can.
Nope, tried to. It just said 5:10, and then I canceled it.
If it matters, I probably would have mentioned that before the announcement went out.
I'm just posting the translation for all you non-undercommon speakers.
Mention
The crowd,
what?
the crowd cheered noise is gonna be Maeve. Not that big of a crowd.
It depends on whether or not Zargan says yes or not.
That's fine.
Okay. The whip cracks we heard seem to be coming from the north, behind the ziggurat.
Anything
Still
before
announcing our-
Glizzy does his announcement?
I'm still planning on announcing it to them that we're of great importance to be secured and/or placated, because that's our usual stance. Your initial plan, I thought, was to try and buy and/or free her.
Yes.
So that's might as well be like, hey, we're rich and powerful, and you better watch out.
Wow, he doesn't even know your father's name there, Kruga.
Bruga is a placeholder. I said that the first time I posted that one.
Which means you don't know his father's name.
Yeah, Bruga, son of Bruga.
Bruga, son of Bruga? Is that what it is?
Mhm.
Alright. Glizzy announces you. The people in the area that can hear you turn,
Loud.
look, and continue on. They are not impressed. There was no crowd cheering other than Maeve.
Sounds a lot, better when it's quiet.
Yep.
It's hard for her to clap, so yeah.
Yeah, it's very hard. Doesn't have any hands.
So you said some people are walking around with like groceries or whatever, right?
Possibly, yeah. You're not sure what they're carrying, but yeah.
Does it seem like there's any vendors from what we can see?
No.
Hmm.
This is not a market.
Hmm.
Wow, you're stumped already.
Do we like see or notice anything down the side passages aside from what you mentioned?
No.
Like any sounds or anything?
Nope. Only real sound you hear is some muttering from the people standing in line up ahead, and some casual conversation of people walking around. But it is in undercommon, so there's not only a couple of you that can understand even what they're saying. It's just small talk.
And you said the people like in line, roughly in front of us. I'm assuming like at the stairs, those are slaves and they're chattering.
No, they are not slaves. They are dressed like normal people. Most of them are not
Oh.
scum, though.
Hmm.
You don't see any guards with them, and the line seems to be moving. They look like they go down into whatever that thing is in front, because then you lose sight of them.
Oh, so they like go down into the water and then we don't see them again?
Well, you don't know there's water there yet, but yeah.
Hmm. Since I know I can't talk to any of the Scum, I'm gonna try and head up to the line of people and see if I can find anything out.
As you go past Klizik, because I had stepped in front of you to do the behold, I just kind of like will tug on your gi a little bit and be like, remember, any of these people could be scum, just in different bodies.
I thought those were different people.
I'm just saying, since they're not slaves, they might just be wearing different skins. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Before we piss off a whole room of them.
You guys never.
Well, here I go killing again.
Here I go, here I go, here I go.
All right, yeah. Everyone moving up with Kruger.
Ah,
Go ahead and move up to there. If you guys want to move, there you go. There goes someone. All right, the ramp leads to a flight of broad steps, which give into a pool of water surrounding the idol. As you move onto the steps, you take in the immensity of the arena, which you estimate could hold around 2,000 medium-sized creatures. The depth of the water in the pool cannot be determined due to its translucent quality. The 20-foot tall idol atop the ziggurat can be seen as stone. Although the rising tiers of the pyramid obstruct vision northward, it can be observed that there is some sort of opening in the northern wall of the place. You guys go up and get in line.
so we're near some people right now.
Yep.
Do any of them look like not underdark creatures?
None that you see at the moment. There are there's a bunch of different creatures. Some of them you're not even sure what the hell they are. I've never seen them before. But most of them seem to be like creatures that will live down here somewhere. There's some gray dwarves. There's several drow. There are even a bunch of scum in line as well. There's some gnolls and stuff like that, orcs, so forth.
Oh, there's some orcs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna get closer to the orcs and I'm gonna say in Orcish, what's going on here?
They look at you. They don't seem too happy to see you. You're beneath them. But paying our respects to their god.
So you don't worship their god?
Of course not. But in order to do business here, it is frowned upon if you are rude or upset their lobster god. So we stand in line, go up there, leave an offering, and then we go about our business.
So people are going underwater, and then
As you notice here at the top, they go down there, and the water below you, down there, it looks like when they're just walking right from where you're at straight, looks only to be a couple feet deep.
Okay.
Well, a couple feet deep makes a difference for some of us. I'm just saying. We're only a couple feet tall.
That is true.
Kruger, I hold my hands to you.
And can we see any, make out any of the offerings that have been made so far?
Up on the ziggurat in front of you, there's three levels, 3 tiers, and you can see at the front of each tier is an altar. And the lines seem to go to one altar, and then some people leave. Some people come back after going to the first altar, but majority of the people are going up to at least the second altar, with some going up to the third. You cannot see you can't tell what they're leaving or what they're doing there.
And are they hitting each altar, or are they just going directly to the one that they want to deposit at?
They seem to be going to the one that they want to deposit at.
What is considered an appropriate offering?
York kind of looks at you. Never been here?
No.
Huh. You'll find out then. Unless you make it worth my while.
Fucking people in the Underdark. What kind of orcs are these, by the way?
Sucky greenskin orcs, aren't they?
You're not really sure. You've never seen their type of orc. I mean, they're definitely orcs, but they're not like deep orc, which I think is what you are,
Yeah.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
But no, their skin is there's a large group, probably about 20 of them here, is either like a really pale, like white, like almost albino like, or black.
There's some of them deep hole orcs.
And they all have this white handprint on their faces. I don't know what that is.
I'm assuming everyone understood the conversation because I feel like everyone knows orc.
I'm not sure everyone does or not, but
Sakara does it?
I don't either.
What? I thought like everyone in the
No, I
group
thought-
knew orc.
No,
I thought
nobody
you knew
speaks
orc.
Get over yourself.
Raz. Yeah. I don't either. I just fake it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone does actually.
I feel like I'm being gaslit right now.
I could tell you, but I'm not gonna.
No one speaks your weird dead language.
I throw Raz into the pool.
It's my offering. These two droids.
I offer 1 kilo just to eat them.
Some ice and then filled up with some Pepsi.
I will. Apparently, no one speaks. So I will relay that information to the group and then follow it up. Maybe some of you can get some more information.
There aren't any cat folk down here, are there?
No.
But their fur would get wet. Are you crazy? What kind of self-respecting cat would be down here?
Sphinx. They're aerodynamic for the water. How about hags or goblins?
You do not see either.
Dwarves?
No.
You said they're a Durgar.
Well, correct, yes.
So talk to them. You got about as much in common with them as you do with dwarves. You guys are basically the same, right? Just like green and blue goblins. Same, right?
Totally.
Do they have bears too?
Your line has moved down to the water. Are you stepping into the water, Kruger?
I mean, if no one else has asked any conversation, and I'm here to potentially buy someone, then I might as well.
We got in at the end of the line, or we just shoved our way in between people.
At first you were at the end of the line, and then Kruger moved forward and shoved his way in behind the orcs.
Okay.
Can we see what other people's offerings are? Or do they have them like held out, or?
They do not.
Okay.
Drop the so you can't see it. Damn.
I try to get someone's intention. I guess who's nearest in line.
Someone's intention?
Attention.
Intestine.
What would you like to do? A little dance, a little song?
I'm going to say. So,
Help, help, I'm kidnapped.
which altar are you going to offer at today?
You say that. In what language?
Undercommon.
Several people do not even look at you. Several look at you and glare. And one of the orcs, actually, one of the black orcs, says out in Orcish to whichever you can speak Orcish. Mostly too, like Kruga. Tell your friend it is rude to ask. Kruga doesn't speak Orc? Oh, well, hell, I don't know then.
I don't think orcs exist, actually.
I will
They're like
relay that
maps.
information since apparently
He prefers orc.
I think
apparently I'm the only orc speaking person.
I think
Yeah.
Goblin is like half the party speaks Goblin, maybe.
Oh yeah, maybe that's it.
I speak orc with a K, but not with a C. Is maybe it's like Spain versus like Brazil, Portuguese, you know?
Oh, so you speak the Warhammer orc. Got it.
Yeah.
I will relay that to Zakara since like ritual and like ceremony seems to be a pretty big thing down here.
Yep. All right, Kruger, you step into the water. It goes down about a foot or two down the steps and then doesn't get any deeper.
As I'm standing in line, I'm doing my best to see what people are laying upon the altars. Like I'll wait till I get closer to make like a final judgment, but like that is kind of what I'm really focused on at this point since no one is going to be helpful.
Wow. All right, everyone moves forward. For the shorter people, Glizzik and Raz, the water comes up to about mid chest and then stops. The water is cold. It's not freezing, but it is cold. I'm assuming everyone keeps up with the Kruga?
Sargon.
Yes.
I'm a snow goblin. The cold never bothered me anyway.
We'll just let it go then.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't talk to most of these people anyway.
Moving up the steps onto the ziggurat, you can now notice each of the ziggurat's 3 levels have low altar stones with shells upon them. Standing guard on each level are 3 medium-sized creatures dressed in what appears to be ceremonial lobster-like armor. The levels are roughly 10 feet in height, with steps leading between them and leading upwards towards the large idol at the top. So, Kruga, as you guys come up there and come up the first steps, some people are going to this one, some people are going just skipping and going to the right, some people are going to the left because there's multiple ways up. You notice, as you get up there, the first altar. This block of white stone tinged with green splotches is relatively small and has 2 ordinary basin-sized seashells atop it. On the left is one filled with gold pieces. On the right is the shell filled with fresh water and snail shells. And as you guys watch, people drop something into the one on the left, presumably a gold coin or 2, and some of them take a snail shell out. The people who mostly do this turn around and then head back the way they came, which is right past you guys. So what would you like to do?
I can't see even what's on the second level.
No, because the levels are like 10, 12 feet high.
They're like plateau.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, you know there's an altar up there. You saw it from the other side, but you can't tell what anyone's doing.
Come on, bud.
You know,
the basin shell is about half full of gold coins. You notice that there's all kinds of different denominations like. So, I mean, they're not all the same gold coin, but they're all gold coins.
Okay. I'll head up a level.
Which way, right or left? Split the party. I mean...
So when people are going to the very top one, which way did they go?
Seems about even which way they choose.
Let's see. Kruga, he's right-handed, so we'll go to the left.
I knew it. Everyone else going to the left?
Yes, and as I do, I'm kind of like subtly with my eyes for Zakara, pointing at the bowl full of gold coins, and then using my eyes to point towards her backpack holding, and then up to her face again, and I'm like, there's only a couple thousand of them.
Sakara, roll me a perception as you walk by. You have that ability. Actually, because you rolled so good. In case you're interested. The orcs have gone up, dropped their gold coin into the shell, and left. So is everyone going up the left side? And is anyone doing anything while they're doing this?
I'm just standing down here. I'm watching.
You're not going to go up and pay any respects?
I continue the climb.
Yep. Oh, Zakara. You walked by it without doing anything. So you're staying down in the water, Galgrim?
I'm gonna follow them up, and then actually, I guess they're we would be visible pretty much everywhere here, right?
Oh yeah.
So me and the bear just flashing wouldn't be a good thing. Okay, never mind. I'll just follow them up and play along.
Okay. All right, Kruger, you
I
go.
was debating about pet caching and then changing into a spider and then like riding on
Gotcha.
my shoulder.
You go up to the second one here, Kruger. Are you going around to that altar, or are you going up to the third altar?
So no one passed by the second altar, then went to the third, correct?
No. Looks like the majority of the people, probably like 90% that are coming up to the set up here, are going to the second altar. Only a few. In fact, I was gonna say you've only seen 2 people go up to the top one.
Out of how many?
Maybe 50 people so far. And
So
they
from
were
far away-
together. They were not separate people. They were a pair.
Want me to go check it out?
And because I'm a dick, they were drow.
No, well now I'm gonna go check it out.
So from far away, not from far away, like as we were approaching, 'cause we could see the little altars or whatever. Are they approximately all the same size?
Approximately, yes. The one on the bottom floor is the smallest. The one on the second altar level is the largest, and the one of course makes the one on the third the medium size.
It's the baby bear.
So Bernie and Galgrim are gonna go up to the top one. They say.
Well, I'm
Awesome.
checking everybody before we're going up. I'm going up there, but I may pet cache, change into a spider, and go up there that way.
No, that's fine. I'm just starting to split people so I know who's going where.
But
I
I
mean,
will ultimately end up there, whether it's us going as a group or me going to scout as a spider. Is the question.
I mean, the drow aren't up there anymore, correct?
They went up there, made their offering, and left.
I'll probably just do the second level, because I'm assuming that it's increasing denomination of coins or something.
All right, move yourself over to the second one. Raz and Zakara.
Heading on up. I'm staying near Kruga.
Okay, move yourself over there. What about you, Zakara?
Second level.
All right. So, as Galgrim, are you doing anything? Are you going up as yourself with Bernie? Are you pet catching? You transforming? What are you doing?
I don't know. It looks like Glizzik's going up with me, so probably just walking up.
Okay. All right. People get to the second altar first. So the three of you. This stone block is blue and twice as large as the one below it. It holds two beautiful shells with silver chasing along their edges and ridges. If you zoom in, you can actually see the shells. Upon the left shell in the basin is filled with. Let me make sure I read this right. Brackish water and crab claws. The one on the right contains platinum coins and a pile of small gems. You can roll perception if you want, Zakara. If you're interested. As you're waiting in line, looks like they're putting a coin, a platinum coin, or a gem into the bowl on the right and taking one of the crab claws. And then they leave.
You said the right is the platinum in this one?
Yep. And the left is the crab claws. What are you three doing?
Platinum and grab a crab claw.
Okay, go ahead and mark off a platinum.
I feel bad because the third bowl is going to be like dwarf clan daggers, isn't it?
Raz and Zakara, what are you guys doing?
Yeah. I'll go ahead and put in one platinum. I was thinking about one of the gemstones, but we'll do platinum.
Okay, mark off your platinum and you take a crab claw.
Can I even reach the crab claws?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Zakara, what are you doing?
One platinum.
Okay, and taking a crab claw?
Yep.
Alright, then the three of you walk off. I thought for sure you were going to slide a hand some platinum there, Zakara. But, alright, the ones up top. Glizzik and Galgrim. This green stone holds two gold inlaid shells with insides of mother of pearl. The shell on them, what was that?
I say, as we're walking up from behind and we're kind of out of line of sight of everybody because of the statue and how high up we are.
Remember, there are guards on each level.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say I cast detect magic, but it's verbal, so they would hear me cast it.
The shell on the left holds salt water and live lobsters. The one on the right contains a pile of pale white gems of multiple different sizes. What do you two do?
So what I'm thinking, looking at this bowl of lobsters and looking at this pile of stones, is that we can drop one off and pick the other up, right? If you turn into a lobster, I can get some of these stones. I see you laughing, son. You guys left us up here by ourselves.
Yeah, I was gonna say you left the wrong two people go up here by yourselves. Some shenanigans are gonna happen.
I feel like it's always the wrong two people as long as Glizzik gets involved.
I got a rope of climbing. I mean, we can make it up to the top of this lobster thing and take the eyes if we want, man. I mean, like, everything goes in this thing.
Oh yeah, are the eyes
We're basically invincible.
made out of anything? Special
Nope.
in the big lobster statue?
Does not appear to be.
Okay, where are the guards at?
There's 3 on each level.
Okay, where?
on the front near the altar. Like there's two on they're on the corners, the front corners, and then the third one kind of walks around.
Okay, and since we're the only three up here, and we're definitely not from here, we're probably being watched.
Most likely, yes.
I would like to ask the guards. I'm assuming Undercommon is still the language of the day. What the stones on the right side one are, like what type of stones they are.
You leave your offering and you take a lobster. If your offering is not enough, he kind of looks up to the statue. She will punish.
Excellent. All right. I reach into my knapsack of holding, and I think the best thing that I could do that would be keeping in theme.
I got this piece of
underwater
pyrite.
realm, I still have dragon turtle hide in my inventory, and I think that would be the closest thing that we had that'd be worth something great to them. So I'm gonna give them my last one of dragon turtle hide into the bowl with the shiny things to take a lobster.
Okay.
I'll put it in and I'll look up to the statue to see if it reacts like, hey, you didn't give enough. If I need to add more to sweeten the deal.
Statue doesn't do anything.
Okay. And I will take a lobster. So, eating you later, buddy.
Okay, I walk back down with Glizzik.
Okay.
I'm marking it off my inventory.
So you just have like a live wriggling lobster.
Yeah, this is Greg. 2 G's at the end. G-R-E-G-G.
Everyone has something except for Galgrim.
I can split my lobster in half if you need it, dude. Did you not get a lobster?
There's no point in murder. First of all, no,
Go
you're not
get
allowed to murder an animal.
Go get a snail from the first level, and you too can have an extra pet. I know you love having animals around. It's 1 gold, dude. You can afford 1 gold. You can pay it in copper if you have to. Come on.
No, I can't. I'm broke.
As much money as you won from me betting on Kruger's fight that he won, remember? You got the money. Stop being cheap. Stop being cheap. I'm poking him straight in the kneecap.
It's more like the dwarves aren't that tall, so it's more like in his chest, mid chest or like his belly. What are you guys doing?
Do we need offerings? Is there a point to this, or are we just being culturally?
Well, the folks in line said that unless we do this offering at least to something degree, that they're going to be angry with us. So if we want to try and get out of here without doing fights for sure, then you need to at least pony up a gold, man, and get a snail.
Fine, I'll go get a snail.
Down to the bottom level where you belong. Get yourself a snail. I roll my eyes and look at the rest of the room. Can you believe what he's doing? I got a freaking lobster. He doesn't want to buy a freaking snail.
All right, while you're up top, you get a little better view of this statue. Upon the summit of the ziggurat stands a malachite statue, 20 foot tall. It appears to be a nude human female body with articulated shell covering the shoulders and a lobster head and claws in place of the expected human head and arms. The right claw is open and raised. The left is open and held out about 8 feet above the floor of the tier.
Is this the same fucking sea goddess statue lady bullshit that cursed us way early on?
No.
Okay.
To the north, while you guys are up here, you can see to the north, where that passageway is to the north, is a group of guards seemingly protecting an important-looking building beyond it. You guys wait, you guys kind of go down, wait, Galvin goes down, gets his cheap-ass snail. What are you guys doing? Heading back the way you came?
Is it a live snail?
But of course.
The crab claw, I'm pretty sure, is not live.
It is not.
We should probably figure out what these do.
As you guys have kind of come down here, made your offerings, got your tokens, waiting for Galgrim, the line of supplicants at the moment has ended, and there's no one else up here but you guys.
I would have continued walking off. I wouldn't just stand up.
Where would you have gone? Back
Just
the way you
down-
came? That's what everyone else seems to be doing.
Yeah, I would follow
Okay.
whatever the custom is.
Let's go ahead and move you guys over there.
Exiting the same way up.
All right.
Since we're all grouped up, and the two of you up top get a better look at the ziggurat up to the north.
Yeah, it looks like important people, yada yada guards.
I saw a throne. Or what looked like one.
The whip came from the north.
That's where the whip cracks had come from.
The whip in the north. Sounds like one of Kruger's books.
Hey, now he only reads the ones that Zakara likes.
Are there still people like meandering around?
Yes. Well, they're not. No, it's not really meandering. They seem like
Oh,
they
yeah.
have, like wherever they're going, they have a purpose. But yes,
So they're not just all coming in and coming out the same exact way. They're actually going other places in this
Correct.
city, grove,
Yes.
whatever.
Seem to be like
Okay.
just in the middle of a town square with a big old temple or a big old altar in the center.
Yep. And this is like a giant arena where you figure they probably hold religious events. And like I said, you figure it hold about 2,000 people, 2,000 medium-sized humanoids.
I'll kind of look over as Zakara. You want to talk to one of us? Come and figure out what these are for.
They're willing. No one seems very friendly here.
Maybe they will be with this, and I'll just kind of like wiggle it around a little bit.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Pull on the tendon, get the claw to snap open and close.
Wow.
Zargan.
I
Okay,
get
so
+1 to grapple checks while holding this.
I'm realizing as we're about to like leave where we are right now that transporting Greg the lobster may not be a good idea out of the water. So I have a plan. I take my walking cauldron out of the knapsack of holding, put the walking
Okay.
cauldron down, fill it with some water from by the temple over here, and put Greg the lobster in the water so it's still alive. Otherwise, it would
Okay.
suffocate, right? They can't be out of the water that long.
You don't know that, but no, lobsters can be out of the water for a long, long, long time.
I grew up in Arctic mountains. This is my
I know.
best
That's what I
guess of
said.
what this
Like I
water
said.
thing needs to live.
Like I said, you don't know this, but in reality, lobsters can live a long time out of water.
Glitzik, what are you doing?
I also purify the water with my ladle, which I have yet to use.
Okay.
To make sure the water has no bad properties or whatever. And I'm getting ready to move. What's the problem? Greg needs a nice, comfy home.
Okay.
The walking cauldron moves faster than you do. It won't be a problem keeping up.
I'm going to look around for one of the scum.
There's some around. Now I do have a question. For those of you who have the crab claws, or the lobster, are you displaying them as you walk around? The snail really doesn't have any way to do that. The crab claws, you could probably like close on your clothing or something.
Did we see people doing something similar when they were coming back down?
Some people were, yes.
Yeah, I'll display mine.
Yeah, we could afford the crab.
Okay.
We have crabs.
All right, Zakara, you walk up to just a random scum, or
I mean,
are you gonna walk all the way around up to like where those guards were to the north?
I'll look for a random scum right here first.
There's several right next to you, but that's just your party. All right, you walk up to one of the people walking around. He kind of looks at you for a moment. Well, what do you do? Explain to me how you do this.
I'm just going to walk up, say, "Excuse me." I'm I'm new to the Sea Mother's Grotto. What exactly are these for?
Roll me a diplomacy. You happy with a 34?
Yep.
All right, this scum looks at you. At first, it seems a little irritated that you would bother to speak to it and interrupt it. But then it looks over at you, changes its tune a little bit. You're thinking maybe it saw the crab. And it goes, and of course all in undercommon. I see you are you made a worthy offering to the sea mother. I guess I can spare a few moments for you. Yes, everyone who comes here must of course make an offering. And each of the offerings, the tokens you take in exchange, offer different services per se. The snail, the lowest one, is usually performed by the lower caste, those who are not have much money or who do not wish to have any kind of favors bestowed upon them.
Druids.
Like dwarves. Um, the one you purchased is, of course, a higher level one that will buy you the goodwill of most people you meet here, most citizens and guards. Now, you do not make the ultimate sacrifice on offering, but those with a lobster have the right to petition the prince for a favor. Any other questions?
Tell Glizzic nothing.
Forgive my ignorance. Who is the prince?
I might mispronounce his name, but it is Valgul. He is our current prince. His palace lies to the north. You would, with just a simple crab token, would not be admitted. You must have a lobster in order to beseech a meeting with him.
I'm sorry, but chat. The reason why I'm not paying attention is I'm busy giving chin scratches to the lobster and making noises like a little baby in its little cauldron.
Damn it, I'm still not undercommon.
That's all right. I understand totally.
So is Crab Claw enough to purchase slaves?
We do not sell slaves here. We purchase slaves, but we do not sell them. If you wish to do something like that, you would need to have a lobster and make a more worthy offering. Even then, it is not guaranteed.
What is a...
What, are you over there now speaking undercommon?
Yes. No, I'm not.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I say, I don't think you speak undercommon, do you? Where'd you pick that one up?
I speak all the useful things, like Sylvan and Orin that haven't been, touched at all this campaign.
Oh yeah, Sylvan with the multitude of elves that we were told were not going to be in this campaign.
Sylvan isn't elvish. Sylvan is animals.
How do you think
Or
you kind of talk to Bernie some before his caller? But now he's hip and cool. It's not my fault you guys haven't gone much that way yet.
Who's skipping school?
Bernie.
I'm not complaining. I'm just.
Hey, at least it's not a map.
Yeah, can you imagine getting one down here?
Be
I already have
totally
7
useless.
of those for down here.
I don't believe you. Those are
We're on the
snails.
top tier. No, the top tier gives you all kinds of free maps.
Yeah. Hey, Zargan, what's your Venmo?
Actually, I do have a Venmo, I think.
PayPal, whatever.
You're as
Send
silly
you
as
five.
Mystic.
I'll send you $1 for every map you put on my sheet.
You're as silly as Mystic if you believe he's actually got the money.
I know. He does not. Did you have anything else there, Zakara?
How long are these tokens good for? As long as we wish to stay down here?
It depends. They do not last forever. But if you're only here a couple days, you should be fine. Most visitors are only here a day or two.
I thank you for your time.
But of course.
And I will walk back over to the group.
You see, Kruger's gone. He already found his woman and they're in the room banging.
Mission accomplished.
I saw the baby earlier. She was walked by with it.
So, like we figured, these, I'll point to the crab claw, are signs of status. And you need different ones. I guess for different amounts of respect and things available to you. But apparently they do not sell slaves here. You'll need to make a request to Prince Valgul if you have a lobster. I'll point in the direction of the throne.
So, Glizik would be able to petition for this audience then? Is it guaranteed? Or just you can get into the antechamber and then they'll decide whether or not you're worth the time?
Why, the lobster would let you petition, but I don't think it's a sure thing.
But what the way you inferred it, Zakara, it would get you a petition and a meeting with the prince. But what you ask may or may not be granted.
Okay, then I will relay that. So it's a good thing you decided to get. Are you going to cook him?
You invite me? Sorry, I was distracted.
Yeah.
I got a nice little pet.
Greg.
Yeah, 2 G's. First of his name.
3 G's, actually.
Long may he reign.
I thought every generation just added a G.
Yeah.
Your pet there might allow you access to someone who may be able to help us find the person we're here for.
You hear that, Greg? You're an important object. So, are we shopping? I'm confused as to what we're doing in the city here. Are we just trying to learn information for where Khanae is, or you guys? I mean, because like I don't know where we're supposed to go now.
I would imagine we use your lobster to have it
Holds it to his chest.
Well, I don't think they take it away from you.
Oh, okay.
We use your status of the day. Sounds strange. Anyway, we use that to get in and see if we can find a way to have Kane released to us. Have a discussion.
Maybe as a gift or a trade.
Mm. That would be a good first step. Right now, we're searching a city for an individual. We have no other leads. Our wizard disappeared.
He
I
did.
was asking Zargan what happened to that slave guy. He's like, "Oh yeah, the wizard took him with him." I'm like, "Ah."
Phallus
Traded one
teleported
slave for
out
another.
and took the slave with him. He needed some more meat for his zombie farm. If only the orc was here. If you guys wish to take like a 5-minute break until the orc gets back, we can do that. Go get a drink, hit the bathroom.
Sure. I gotta switch over laundry anyway.
You can do my
Okay.
laundry.
Nope. I'm only doing my laundry, and I guess maybe the wife's laundry.
What the heck? I haven't turned their camera off? What the hell? How am I supposed to spy on you from a distance?
That's just it. You're not.
You are the first one back. Did you hear me? That's like I said, you were the first one back.
Nope, I heard you now though.
What kind of food did you bring me? You drinking chilled blood? I don't think that bag's large enough, sir.
Oats, sourdough pretzels,
I
and
love sourdough pretzels.
they're the ones that are kind of soft but also kind of hard, but not enough to break your teeth. You know, where they're like
Yeah,
that mid-sized, where
gotcha.
they're like that big. You know, rather than the
Yeah,
giant chunks that'll break your teeth. And then for the drink,
looks
it's
like blood.
ocean spray. It's cran cherry.
Cran what? Cran cherry. Okay.
Yeah, it was buy one get one free at the supermarket today, so I actually loaded up
Gotcha.
because those things are up to $4.40 right now.
Everything's expensive now. It's crazy.
I know. We were looking at getting some frozen burger patties. It was $16 for the box.
Of how many? Like 4?
And it's like 6. There's
Yeah.
Bubba burgers though, so I mean they're a better quality ones, but still, that's a lot.
Yeah.
The ones I've been getting lately from Aldi's have been like $8.49.
Yeah.
For
Everything's up except my pay. I think that baby woman stole our orc.
Khanae?
Maybe. I mean, he left without saying anything. He just got up and left. Ah, there's a Catwoman back.
We lost a goblin.
They always turn back up, whether you want them to or not. All right, son, quick, go crawl up into Kruger's screen and go around the corner there and find him and see what he's doing.
It's solid. Can't get through.
Really, you're not trying very hard.
Haven't learned the deep ability that lets you go through walls yet.
No, why not? Whoa! Don't be showing too low. It's a nice
This is
bug.
Greg. This is Greg. Long may he reign, first of his name.
Does it look like a lobster? It looks more like a stink bug.
He's got the shell and everything. What are you talking about? That's totally a lobster. And he's blue. For the record, the best color of all.
No, it's not, because you can't even see blue.
Yes, sea blue he is, exactly.
Uh-huh.
So, by the way, if we want to try this a second time, I can always change into a lobster.
A giant lobster?
Well, we're hoping that they don't eat the thing that you offer when we go to the prince.
That's
That
what I'm
would be
saying, is we use the
awkward.
first lobster to check that, and if we need a second, like, thing with him, we can, use me as a lobster.
It's good backup plan.
When we walk somewhere out of line of sight, I'm just gonna cache the bear. By the way, Zargan.
I gave you a thumbs up.
Okay. And then if we're really out of the way, and then I'll have a conversation of should I just change into a spider and go ahead and like sit on like Glizzik's shoulder so I can go with them worst case.
I want to sit on Glizzik's shoulder. He'll probably eat you.
Oh hey, Fable's back.
I'm back.
Why you all sweaty there, Fable? Did the baby mama steal you?
Mm-hmm.
He had to go up the stairs.
Also true.
All right, Catwoman, you should probably tell the orc what you found since he wasn't here when you told everyone else.
So the snail, crab claw, and lobster are different levels.
I got that part. I basically got up until you found out the prince's name, and then I had to go.
Okay, so you got mostly everything then.
Yeah. So you heard that we used the lobster to seek an audience with him.
Yeah, to ask for a favor or something.
Yeah, well, petition, but yeah, that's pretty much where we are.
Petition's just a fancy word for ask.
We were mentioning to Glizzik that his lobster could get us into somebody who might be able to help us find Khanae. And luckily, Glizzik, I don't think you have to give over the lobster, hopefully. So,
Infinite petition loophole.
Not happening. Yes, I'm allowed to ask for anything as many times as I want.
I'm sure they won't remember that mug. So since we're in the middle of a city full of, a city where we don't know, looking for a needle in a haystack might be a good place to start.
So what is the offering on the third level then?
Lobster.
It's not the offering.
Oh, white gemstones.
Like moonstones?
Nope, white, not gray.
Oh, moonstones are gray?
They're kind of bluish.
Kind of with bluish. They said like blue and gray
They're
stone.
probably pearls, giving the like.
If only someone
pictured-
who's proficient in nature looked inside to see what they were.
Hey Zargan, can I roll a nature check since I looked at them to see if they were pearls?
Wow.
Here's Fable playing 2 characters this campaign.
Yeah, I'll let you roll.
I'd like to one-up him.
Are you both happy with those rolls?
How the fuck do you have a 21 at expert?
Because it's my class casting skill, bastard. That's how.
It's my but I have master in it.
Oh, do you have a fancy ring like me? No, you don't. Plus
yeah,
2.
it's a +2.
Yeah, it's a ring of primal power. That's why.
You guys happy with your rolls?
I'm very happy with mine. Do you want to blow a hero point on yours?
No, you got it.
Oh.
I already blew a hero point for.
You got it.
Greg told me what they were anyway.
Galgram, you're not really sure. You didn't get a good look at them since you weren't really doing the offering thing. Glizzik, you're pretty sure they were some kind of pearl. They were of decent size too, so probably worth a decent amount of cash.
Yeah, not as big as the black pearl that we took from the island.
Well, obviously not, but you weren't there for that.
No. But the mother of all pearls. No, but they seemed almost luminescent because they were such nice pearls. You know what I mean? Where they were kind of.
Where did you get those pearls from?
Oh, I didn't. I just took a lobster. I dropped off some stuff about equal value. When we questioned the guards next to the altar, they told us that it had to be something equal value or something bad would happen. So I just I gave them something that I knew was going to be way more than that value. We're good. Lobster, Greg. Hey.
Speaking of which, Kruger, you need to stay here when we leave.
Yeah. My pearly tusked friend.
You and the bear. All right, what are you guys doing?
Well, that's my pitch. We use the lobster to get us in and see if this prince can help us find Khanae.
I thought it was said that we might need that recommendation to purchasers since they do not sell slaves.
I'm sure negotiations could be made. First, we need to find her. Does she belong to someone? Perhaps we can make a trade. Is she part of?
The
I don't
dwarf
really
for
know.
the troll.
Don't really know how things work here. Do they have just like a public domain pool of slaves that she belongs to?
You do not know.
Explicit.
Hmm.
That one scum treated me very well because I had a claw. They'd probably treat you like a king if you showed them the lobster.
That
You,
scum is gone. He has moved
you,
on.
Well,
Takara, I'm
scum is
confused. You've always had claws, as far as I know. And I've always treated you wonderfully, as you deserve. But are you saying that just my association with His Highness over here, that I'll get treated even better?
with Greg, yes.
Well,
This
maybe.
is
How dare you speak his name?
Slap her with the top.
curious caste system. I suppose only those who could afford a lobster. What daily? How good is the lobster for?
The scum I talked to said the tokens should last a couple days, but no one has a walking cauldron of water.
I certainly hope he lasts a couple of days with what I paid to get him.
Think they change out the lobster pool? Today's red, a couple days from now blue.
Right? Like twist ties on bread so they know when it's no
Yeah.
longer
They changed the rubber bands on the
the
claws.
claws. um, yeah, I mean, point me in the right direction, man, and I'll have His Highness get us in to see the ruler of this place.
Or maybe even to just find out how the slave system works here, since
Hold that thought. Galgrim. Galgrim, you have something that makes it so animals can talk, right? I need it now for the lobster. Give me the one from Barney or something, or from yourself. We need it, man. You had this for the cats. It's important. It has to speak to the ruler of the city for us to get the slave back. Too long. I want actions. Top, top.
No.
He's forestalling our one chance.
If you'd said that before I pet Cash Bernie, maybe, but you know.
He's bet cash. You have yours. We don't have to like give it up permanently.
I don't have one.
For your so you can talk when you're in animal form.
I have a mask that I wear constantly that lets me
Well,
do
give
that.
him that.
It only works for druids when they're shapeshifted.
Are you sure? Have you tried it on other animals?
We know the lobster's not a shapeshifted druid.
How do we know Dreg's not a druid? That's very speciesist of you. Just saying, man. Gonna be able to talk to the lobster. It's not like you have to speak with animals today, do you? Do you?
No.
I think we're losing view of the objective here. I don't think talking lobster would be more crucial. I think it's the representation of what it means.
I'm just thinking it'd be a sign from their god if we actually wanted him with the talking lobster, and they'd be like, "Yes, whatever you want, sir. Right away, sir."
Or I could just shape into a lobster and we could do that.
To have a talking lobster.
That is a good idea too.
If you want to have a talking lobster, like
Yeah, you also have the charisma of a fucking lobster.
So cast some buffs on me. It's gotta be something that helps make me better at being charismatic.
Well, I mean that's technically true, but the problem is it's a mutagen. So you know
So
you could either be
stop being a lobster.
you could either be a lobster or you can be slightly more charismatic. You can't be both.
Not with that attitude.
Possible.
I mean, we watched what happens when somebody's body has to. Krugen that now is experiencing effects at once.
Only one part of him got bigger.
Giggity.
Muscles.
His toe.
It's the mole on his ass.
It did not. Well, let's make our way towards whatever ruler that needs to talk to my lobster.
That individual, Sakara, didn't tell you that the prince was the de facto ruler, or simply just someone high up the chain, but not necessarily the top. Not like a king.
It seemed like he was the top, but no, I didn't specify.
I would assume he's not the top dog. I mean, what kind of prince doesn't call themselves a king if they're a king?
Good point. Unless maybe their god is the queen.
Could be.
I get it. No
Mm.
king has put you on par with the queen of the sea. I could see it.
Maybe we should ask some of these other less important people for information around here before
I thought we
we
established
use,
Galgrim doesn't know anything.
we use our only means of communicating with the prince and potentially shut that avenue.
Glizzy, gather information.
No, there were more lobsters up top. You could buy more. Huh.
We could always get another lobster from the altar or a willing donor.
Someone who donates and gets a lobster that we relieve of the lobster, you mean? Or we could just have Galgrim turn into a lobster, get the offering from them on their way up to save them the trouble of getting away to the top, and then he could conveniently get away, and then we could keep doing that scheme and get rich. Can we go see the prince now?
Do we want to talk to some people first? Get a lay of the land on our way. On our way, of course.
I'm sure there's a tavern here somewhere.
Scum Tavern.
Scumping Tavern.
It's called Moss Eisley.
Did you see the picture I already put in the general chat?
Yeah. So what's the plan?
Even if we had a similar setup in our kingdom, I would not suffer someone to repeatedly ask me questions that could have easily been answered elsewhere.
If you're going to interrupt his day, make it good, you know? I can understand it. It's a petition for a favor, at the very least. So we should have that favor in mind before we go. Like Kruger mentioned, maybe we only get the one question or the one favor and that's it. Let's ask around some of the common folks, see if we can get some basic information out of them.
Who's doing the asking, and what are you asking?
Let's find a place where we can get a little bit of libations, maybe. That's usually the best way to find information out for us in human towns, right? Is there what looks like an eatery and or drinkery?
Not that you've seen.
It's underwater, so instead of like a glass of alcohol, just get a glass of sand.
There's little bulbs, and you just have to, as it comes out into the water.
Yeah, like filter feed. Spit out the sand, suck out all the nutrients, the alcohol.
There's gotta be like street food or something around here somewhere. Can I stop and ask one of the guards I see nearby?
The only guards are up to the north.
Come, let's go north then. Somebody's gotta be able to point us a direction here. Sorry, Craig's getting a little heavy.
Well, when you're chosen of a god, of course you're heavy. Heavy with all that god power. Okay, you guys walk around the big arena. Come up here into this area. Approaching this area, you see at least a dozen scum on guard duty. Most of them in simple armor, but a few in in better gear. As you move into this little area here, so a little like alcove area, you notice several slaves being taken up the steps to the north. Just as they're like taken inside, one which was much taller than the rest.
How much taller?
You're not sure.
What
You
do
can
you
roll
mean
me a
I'm not
perception
sure?
if you would like.
It's either a fucking skyscraper or it's a regular sized person to me.
It's hard to tell. That's a nice cauldron. You can roll perception if you like.
Perception. Nope.
Anyone else? Wow.
Amazing. You sure I can't roll?
Is that bag?
Looks.
Anyone else like to roll perception before I give results?
Was never my forte.
Wrong character sheet.
He was pretty.
Dude, I'm done with rolls for tonight. Holy fuck. That's my highest
bear?
roll of the night.
Your bear was fine. It's just luck of the draw.
All right. Most of you guys didn't get a very good look at the slaves as they were taken up the steps and out of view, except for Zakara. You noticed
I say Bernie passed.
Bernie doesn't get a roll.
He can talk to us.
He can, but
In the pet cache?
yeah,
Made him roll for the wisdom save.
but he's in the pet cache, isn't he?
In the pet cache is a good point. It's hard to
Trying
see.
trying to cheat me, aren't you, Galgrim?
I forgot he was in there. I was totally trying to pull it over on you, but I forgot.
I know.
That cache.
So Zakara, you're not really sure what the looks like. There was 4 slaves. You could tell they were dressed in like shitty loincloths and stuff, of varying sizes. Going from small sizes like lizard sized up to one you're not sure what it was, but definitely like probably about 8 foot tall. Definitely taller than Galgrim. I mean not Galgrim, Kruga.
That's still true.
You're not
but yeah.
wrong. Still taller than Gal.
But
How far away are they?
they're up. They were taken up the steps into the north, into that room there. As you guys, nope, go ahead. Nope, that doesn't happen yet.
I'm just laughing, going taller than Glizzic, taller even than Raz. It's a 1 inch difference there. True.
I'm
That's
just gonna
massively tall.
when I see like a very tall figure being marched up, I'm just gonna go out Khanae.
Nothing. They're moved out of sight. You going after them, or what are you doing?
No reason to jeopardize it now.
All right. You notice the guards up here are kind of keeping an eye on people who don't look like they belong. Like you guys, but they're not stopping you or anything yet. I see you adjusting your camera to your cauldron, sir.
I want to make sure you see my lobster that I paid for. That's. I mean,
Sargon, as we're walking up and we get a second, I'll go talk to Kruga and do the shape into a spider and go crawl up on his shoulder thing. Kruga. If Kruga allows it, if not, I'll do it to Glizzic.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
And then I'll be refocusing for 10 minutes.
how long can you hold that?
24
What are you guys
hours.
doing? You continuing northward to where they said the prince was, or?
You said there were guards that we could talk to the north as well to find out answers to their questions.
There are guards right where you're at, and then up on the steps going into what looks like a palace area are more guards.
Okay. I mean, if we can talk to the folks that are, before we get to what we have to ask our request to the prince or whatever, that would be good. We just want to find out how this area works a little more, I think.
Well, who's talking to who, and what are you asking?
I think that they want me to talk because I have a lobster.
I mean, I still don't share language, so I'm not talking to anyone.
What race? The guards of all scum, or?
Yep.
Well, I'll try and talk to them, just nicely at first, and see how that goes. First set of guards that we see.
Okay, that's pretty much. There's like about a dozen guards right where you're at. You walk up to one.
Hello, gentlemen. New to the city here, but as you can see, I made a decent offering when we came. Just had a few questions, if that's okay.
Of course. What would you like to know?
It's my first time, and I'd like to do things right while we're here. What type of stuff should I know so that I don't mess up?
All right. Well, first of all, let's roll diplomacy.
Sure. It's not going to be great, folks.
Displayomancy. Displayomancy.
Better chance than that first one. $13.
Okay.
I can make a what should we call it? Impression with performance instead of diplomacy because of feats. If that makes a difference.
No, it does not for what's going on at the moment. It was, yes. Well, being how you have made a large enough offering to get a lobster, you may go, and he points to the north up the steps, you may go and petition the prince for a favor. He may or may not grant it, that is up to him, but this gives you the right to ask.
Okay. Good to know. Can I ask you something if it's not too personal of a question?
You can ask.
What'd that dick do?
What is the name of the divinity at the top of the ziggurat there? No one's told us yet so far. Are you not allowed to say, or is someone whose name we should know?
You do not know. You've
I
come here and
personally
made
don't.
a offering to someone you do not know. Do you not
Yes.
worship the Sea Mother?
Yes, but I don't know what the name you guys call them by. I don't want to
I know
say
what
the wrong
I
title.
call her. I don't know what you call her.
I can say it in Goblin, and I do say Sea Mother in Goblin at that point.
All right, roll
But
me
I
a
want to
performance.
know in your tongue what you would say it as.
Around here, we call them God. Around here,
GAHD, God. Just like it sounds.
I thought I wrote it down. Oh, I thought I wrote
DC
down
40.
the. I thought I wrote down the pronunciation.
Sometimes I trip up over the umlaut, so I was just curious.
Yeah, give me a second.
It's a Polish sea god. I'm sure it'll be easy to say. It's just all consonants.
Are you happy with the 39 there, sir?
Yeah, 39 sounds good.
All right. He kind of looks at you, a little suspicious now. But an undercommon. He says, blib du poop. So go ahead
And
and butcher it, because all you fuckers do.
And a skibbity toilet to you too.
Yep.
Start to add up because of the
when,
statue in Cthulhu's toilet.
when he says the name, I'm gonna make some sort of symbol of veneration. My, thing how I would, think,
Right.
religious wise.
Really, Raz?
I'm gonna need a spelling on that one.
That's nice.
Oh, you guys
If you
can't
spoke,
see it because it's
if
an
you
undercommon.
spoke, if you spoke undercommon, you would know.
Yeah, but I don't, so speak real language.
I did.
Oh, see, it's in the name. It needs to be common. Undercommon is beneath it.
It's subcommon.
Wow, and your translators aren't even translating for you.
I did. I posted it in general.
Oh, I'm looking in game.
No worries. Figured it's easier to just copy and paste so we have it for later. So that when you ask what was the name of the sea mother, then we can actually have it. If you try to remember how to spell that's gonna be fun.
Any other questions?
One of my friends, and I point towards the large one next to me, of which there are many, has someone who was brought here as a slave, sold to someone here. We're not sure who, but we would very much like to get that person back, and we're not sure how to do that. If it were a thing where someone would make a gift of a worker, or if it would be a transitory nation, like, where we give you something else for them in a barter type situation. We're not sure how to find out who the person is. Do you have any ideas on how stuff like that would work without offending people?
Well, first, we do not sell slaves. We do not give slaves away.
Okay.
But he kind of motions toward your lobster. That buys you a petition with the prince. And if he's in a generous mood, perhaps he would do something for you.
Okay. I don't want the person who bought the slave
Then
to be out.
be exact when you ask your favor.
Okay. I turn to the rest of our folks in common. I'm like, I'm not really sure what he's telling me, but I think it's a thing where they don't normally sell them back or give them away as gifts. But it's a thing where our one shot may be to try and ask if we can have them back. And I'm looking back at the guard to see if he does speak common and understand every word he said.
He doesn't seem to be noticing anything.
Okay. And switching back to undercommon, I think
Before he goes back and starts talking to him, does the prince own all the slaves?
Oh, you want me to ask? Switching back to undercommon, as far as ownership of all the slaves that are down here, is it a thing where the ruler, the prince, owns them all? Or is it individual, smaller?
They belong to the sea mother, but the prince is her voice.
Okay. That's who speaks for the sea mother down here. Different than what we do at home. To each their own. And I'll turn it and speak back in Orcish to Kruga. Essentially, he is the mouth of Sauron.
Who's Sauron?
do that with what you will. But we can certainly try. Is what I'm getting vibes wise. Because the prince is the guy that we need to see to make it happen. I'd like to tip you. I don't know if it's a thing you normally take tips. I don't want it to seem as a bribe. I don't want to make any, breaking any laws or whatever.
That will not be necessary.
No. You've been helpful. I like to give you something. And
it is our job to be helpful.
handful of the purple worm meat that's raw that I had left over. I'm gonna give him some in like I'd say it's in like a paper. It's not just like
It's
squash
in
meat or
butcher's
whatever.
meat. Or butcher's
It's
paper.
wrapped. So I'll give for your troubles, sir, and I'll kind of put it into his hand. Not sure if he's gonna be like, ooh, what do I confess?
Okay, he's not really sure what it is, but he takes it.
It's a purple worm that we killed on the way through. So it's very easy for us because we're great adventurers. I mean, season it up with a little bit of garlic, a little bit of oregano, maybe might be nice, over a flame.
Okay.
All right, and then I kind of wipe my hand off on his cloak as we go by and continue onward with my lobster, following along like a little tiny floaty droid.
Like
All right.
Grogu.
Exactly. Gregu.
um, as we're walking along, like before we get like too far, like to where we would be speaking to the prince or whoever else, I would like to relay in as much detail as possible what Khanae looks like.
Well, just show him
Specifically,
your picture.
yeah, I'll show the picture, but also describe like her size, skin tone, the scars she has on her body, especially the newer one that's on her stomach. Mention that she has a child, just like be as detailed, because I'm assuming that's what you told us, like to be as exact as possible, right? If you didn't say that to the group, then I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go into like as much detail as possible. Like I'll even hand him the picture and mention that the child is important as well.
Oh, you did a Zargon and broke up there. A child is what?
Important.
Importante.
Edible.
Got it.
Edible.
Same word in Orcish.
If you feel it may help you as well, I can loan you this. I can point at the diplomat's badge.
Can you set it to stun? I mean, scum?
They're a humanoid, right, Zargan?
No.
What the fuck?
They look humanoid, but they're not a humanoid.
Hang on.
Are you sure? Because I cast humanoid form earlier and it worked. When we were on the shipwreck.
DC 20 check to recall knowledge about a people of human ethnicity, a non-human ancestry, or some other type of creature. If you succeed, the badge's bonus increases to +2 for a diplomacy check with the creature of that group for the rest of the day. Doesn't even say
Nope.
humanoid.
I guess they do have a humanoid trait.
So I can loan you this. It may help you if you are going to be. What's that?
Permanent low. Got it.
I still don't hear what you're saying.
I'm whispering permanent loan. Got it.
I'm very much
Wink.
like back.
Right. Wink.
If we could get on something and
Understood, buddy. Here's a slip of paper for you. He slides across a blank piece of paper so you can get it back. It's totally fine, Bio.
Is there a way to like link it into chat or something so he can have a copy of it?
No.
Just mechanically tell me what to do when I get there.
I mean, basically, if you want to set it right now, you can do it because it lasts for the rest of the day. But just wearing the item, you get a +1 bonus to diplomacy checks, just flat, whatever.
Hopefully, I'm not using diplomacy check.
Yeah, well, just in case. And then if you set it to a type of creature, you make a DC 20 recall knowledge. And then if you are successful, it becomes a +2 for the rest of the day.
Cool.
Nice fancy brass badge.
Shaped in a star, a silver star. All right. You guys got to spend about 10 minutes while Glizzik attunes to it, invests on it.
Happens automatically instantly.
What was that, Raz?
It happens instantly, doesn't it?
No.
Tuning or
Isn't it like
investing.
No, it's like 10 minutes because that's because you do it normally as part of your morning routine. But that also gives you guys some time for Galgrim to refocus.
You invest your energy in an item and invest a trade as you don it. This process requires one or more interact actions, usually taking the same amount of time it takes to don the item.
Huh. Okay. Then Galgrim has not refocused yet.
It's gonna take us a few minutes to go there and talk to them anyway. So
Making a note on the item that is loaned to Glizzic.
Got it. Given to Glizzic. Got it.
Loaned to Glizzic.
He
I am
didn't sign no loan
Glizzic.
papers.
Yeah.
Are you activating it now, Glizzic?
I see no reason why not to. So yes, I am tuned to scum.
All right. Go ahead and make your recall knowledge skill. Your recall knowledge check on diplomacy, I believe.
It just says DC 20 recall knowledge. Is that with your +1 from having the badge on?
Nope. +1 for bad.
There you go. Your badge is now +2.
Yeah.
For versus scum.
Versus scum.
Plot twist: the prince is not a scum.
You don't know.
Scumar.
I mean, it would still be a +1 at least. Which,
Yep.
you know, since you're all untrained and shit, you can take every on.
Yep.
All right, you guys going into the palace?
I am. You coming with?
Yeah.
Entourage.
All right, the entire north wall at this location is taken up by the palace of the spiritual and temporal ruler, the priest prince Valgul. Upon the steps of the palace are posted 11 scum guards, same as to the south, with the exception of a single better dressed guard carrying a shell horn. The ancient facade of the palace is carved from living rock. Upon it are pillars and columns hewn so as to give the place an imposing aura. Upon its walls are bas relief figures of all sorts of sea creatures and scum carved so as to present the appearance of coming towards the entrance of the palace. Crab-like creatures with scum heads are carved into the stone near the doorway, the stony gaze of these weird sentinels appearing to fall upon all who ascend the steps. You guys walk up, and the guards kind of put their hand out and stop you, and say in Undercommon, "What business do you have here?" As Glitzik drops whatever he's eating. As he spits the lobster back out. I'm not, no, wait a minute. I'm not getting him yet.
It's the business. Well, the cauldron has to walk along behind me. I can't get it to go in front of me, so
Yep.
Perhaps they didn't see my cauldron back there following me. But we seek a petition with the prince.
They look you guys over. He motions. One of the guards comes over and looks in your cauldron, stares at the lobster for a moment or two, nods.
You can check it if you want. It's legit.
And then they kind of step to the side. They kind of part for you guys to walk up the steps.
We're not cops. I'd have to.
A dangerous lie.
So I'm assuming you guys go into the palace?
We go into the palace. Is there any type of cover as we go in? Just pillars?
Just pillars.
I'm going to bend down by the cauldron before we get up to in front of said prince. And I'm going to use Conceal Spell and cast Glimmer of Charm on myself. It's not anything that's going to hurt anybody. And there's no visual effect. It's just somatic and verbal.
All right, make me a stealth.
bio. It's no deception, no stealth check.
Immediately to the north of the arched entrance to the throne room is a low dais with a shell throne upon it. The throne is a strange chain carved of white coral, set about with rare seashells and sculptings in ornamental stone of octopi, crabs, eels, and fish. Flanking the throne are a pair of malachite statues 7 foot tall, each resting on a pedestal 3 foot high, copies of the idol above the ziggurat to the south. The floor of the palace is of polished serpentine, and the 8 pillars in the chamber are carved of white marble in the form of water spouts. The whole palace is alive with a shining green luminosity from the glowing green and gold ceiling overhead. A large ominous figure wearing lobster armor sits on the throne, and a half a dozen similarly adorned figures stand nearby. Kneeling in front of the throne are 4 obvious slaves: a human, a dwarf, a troll, and a goblin. As you approach, one of the lobster guards steps forward and cuts off the human's head with its claw. Like this goes in and cuts down on it, and the head pops off, and blood squirts all over. And the figure on the throne kind of looks up as you guys walk in. The floor is lava. It's not a game show. What are you saying, Goblin?
You know what the first word is for sure.
Behold!
You ever had to introduce yourself?
I don't have one set for me. Quick. Plan B, Galgro. Plan B. Turn into lobster and grab into Kruga. I only said for or. I don't want to step my status in
What
I can see you guys.
what language did Khanae and I used to speak to each other in? I'm assuming common.
Common, yes.
Can I see the troll's face?
No, they are like kneeling down in front of the throne. But let's see. The human was a male. The dwarf is female. Oh, the dwarf is female. The troll looks female, and the goblin looks female. I should have made it. I should have made them all female, but I wasn't thinking. All right, Glizzik, what are you saying? They're up. They're looking up at you guys as you walk in. The one guard with blood all over his claw.
I'm going to, because I know Glizik's gonna do his thing, but I don't know what. Oh, he's gonna be saying it on.
You don't know what his
so it
thing
doesn't
is?
Matter. Never mind.
No, go ahead. Tell me what you're thinking.
Oh, I'll say it probably because it just slips his mind at the moment, but he's staring intently at the troll, and I'll just say, make sure you say my name.
Say my name,
Bitch. All eyes are on you, Glizzik.
Can I make? He's nervous. Can I use the ability Big Debut? For effects? I don't care anything about the stunning or whatever, but I just want to have the.
Sure.
All right. So what I wanted to have happen was small, like black shadowy cloud start forming around our feet and wisps and kind of circling around us, and then have little bits of lightning through the smoke as it's kind of growing to the side. It doesn't seem to be going much further than like where we are, or whatever. But you can kind of hear voices coming from inside the smoke. And I'm gonna do my little behold thing in the chat. And as I do it, you can see little signs coming up in the smoke, like it's the crowd around an arena, you know. And I do my announcement here in Undercommon, as close as I can with the words to that. And after the crowd sounds of the smoke kind of die down a little bit or whatever, I want to not bow, a base, genuflect, however you wish, showing signs of, deference to the ruler here in front of us, um, as a supplicant with a lobster. I would like to introduce the party by names to him and let him know that we're here at the Sea Mother's grotto for a specific reason. Um, and we would like to see
What
if we can
names
earn
are
his
you
favor.
giving him?
Our actual names
Okay.
for each of the. When I say actual names, the names that Glizzik would know that they commonly go by. Galgrim, not his other name. Zakara, not her other name.
Galgrim's not here.
Yeah, I'm hidden.
Right. Okay, fine. The four people that he can see are Glizzik, Razvir, Zakara. No, that's sticking your fingers in people's eyes.
No, it isn't. You can't reach that high.
Each other, yeah. Eyes, nostrils, whatever. But yeah, I'm trying to be nice about it, trying to make a good impression on him. And if he's within 20 feet, the Glimmer Charm spell should just give him a save against. What is it? Will save to see if it goes up 1 or 2 steps.
Yep. I know. I already rolled it.
Okay, cool.
So now, when
The
you say their names, you like point to them or introduce them, right?
Correct.
Okay. The prince looks you guys over.
Does the
It's-
troll react when my name is said at all?
No.
Hmm.
The prince speaks, of course, in Undercommon, did you do all your stuff in Undercommon or in Common, Glizzik?
I did all my stuff in Undercommon because that's what I figured
Okay.
these guys would understand. Even the Behold statement was in Undercommon.
Okay, that's what I wanted to check. He kind of looks from you to Kruga. You come here. Introduce him like he's your lord. Like I shouldn't care. Yet you have the lobster. Who's in charge here? You or the orc?
Here, I'm in charge. When we're at home, he's in charge.
So then I will speak with you.
Yes.
You have a
That sounds
lobster. And he motions to one of his guards, and they kind of walk over towards you, Glizzik. Actually, it's the one that with the blood dripping down his claw.
Okay.
He's gonna execute Gregu.
if you don't mind, sir, and I kind of hold up my hand by where the bloody claw is, and I'm gonna, if he's willing, clean it with prestidigitation.
He is not willing. He steps like around you, examines your lobster.
I wanted him to be comfy. That's why he's in the cauldron.
He looks at the prince, kind of nods. The prince kind of nods back. He takes Greg and walks away. And then the prince speaks. You may petition me for a favor. What is it you ask?
We came here with the intent of finding someone who was lost to us. I
Find
do
someone
believe
you have.
we have a picture.
I had already given it to you.
Of what she looks like, and so here is a crude drawing of her. Obviously not by a great artist, but this is what the person looks like that we're seeking. We're not sure exactly where they are. Um, but they and also the baby that they're taking with them are of interest to us, and we would like to have them back. I'm not sure. I'm not sure uh, what that would entail, but we're willing to do what we have to on our part for such a transaction to occur. If it's a boon you seek for this, we'd be open to that. But as rulers of the kingdom to the north, we'd like to open a relationship with you. Possible future trade agreements might be nice. This could be a first step towards something of that sort.
All right, Glizzik, roll me a performance.
I'm okay with a 39. Mentally, we are southeast of our kingdom, off the east coast of Kier.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're kind of northwest, along the coast.
He asks for a description of this person you are seeking because this drawing is pointless.
Crude.
What do I have? I will describe her as well as I can, being that Kruga and I have talked about her several times in the past
He
already.
literally just did it 5 minutes ago again.
And he just talked about it again. Yeah. I'm just trying to see if there's something. If I could do. Yeah, that creation from the monocle still is going to be a crude image of her.
Yep. As you start describing her from what Kruga told you, and you mention troll and female, the prince raises his hand for you to stop.
Okay.
There is only one creature in my domain like this. And he yanks the chain to the troll slave in front of him. And barks something in undercommon because you speak on stand, slave. The troll stands up.
They're asking you to.
Give me a second here.
Did I miss anything, guys? Out of character?
No.
I mean, you were going through it, and he stopped you at two
Yeah.
very large descriptors. Probably the biggest being troll.
Troll female. All right, I've heard enough.
I mean, who really puts labels on anyone anymore?
And the troll turns around. I mean, she's wearing like a loincloth and a cheap cloth bra, basically. That's it. As she turns around, no. You guys who paid attention to Kruger's description, and Kruger, of course, yourself, you recognize her. It is Khanae. Which means
Where's the baby?
Mr. Kruger. Why don't you make me a will save, Kruger?
Nah. Hold him back. I don't know how. It's going so well.
Somebody else grapple him.
It's going so well.
The only person who maybe even has a shot in 9 hells on that one is maybe Galgrim.
Ernie, grab a.
You happy with the 31,
Yes,
Kruger?
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right.
Quick, change into a whale or something. Block the way.
I know better than this. I'm not getting in the middle of Kruga and his.
So, Galgrim, you
He's
noticed
also
this.
A spider.
Raz and Zakara, you also notice it. You do not, Glitzik, because you're beside him. So, Kruger's entire body starts to kind of shake and go stiff. That pop up for you, Kruger?
Mm-hmm.
I see a tiny spider crawling down Kruga and being like, "Nope, I'm out."
As I say, animals can sense a whole lot of emotions and shit.
There's danger involved.
Those
here.
of you
They're
who
failing.
those of you who are not Kruga, as the troll slave kind of lifts her head up, her eyes go wide as she recognizes Kruga, and she almost takes a step forward, but she like hesitates, remembering where she is. The prince kind of pulls her back a little bit too. So you wish to take this slave and her begotten child. In exchange,
Yes.
you offer me a boon.
Yes.
All
And we
right,
can have a
Glizzik,
friendship for the future. Yes.
one more time, make me a performance.
Maeve, help me.
She lightning bolts you.
Hey.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I
Would
have
you
to
like to
not
use a
hold
hero
down my
point?
talk button. No, I'm not holding my talk button down.
Would you like to use a
little
hero
DX
point?
salute. No, I'm okay with a natural 20. Yeah, I'll take a 45 as a crit success. Yeah. I'm very convincing, I think. Thank you, Maeve.
That just turns
You're-
it into a regular failure.
Yep.
Right,
That's what I was
right.
thinking.
He kind of
But you
leans back
tried.
in his throne.
I'll take your pants too.
And let me see, where is that? It's not how I thought
Maeve's
this would
just
go, but
Maeve's just making a small breeze so the hair blows like Fabio as I'm talking.
What, like
Oh,
the
you're-
one time we actually tried diplomacy rather than just kicking people's teeth in?
yep.
Yeah, I got the Michael Bolton Captain Jack Sparrow effect going on right now.
We try diplomacy. It just doesn't usually go this well.
That's actually one of the meals I cooked. It's called diplomacy.
All right.
What's the name of something you cooked as a meal?
It's just usually not well done. It's rare that it
Rare diplomacy.
works. I sprinkled dust of deliciousness on the cupcake.
I sprinkled drops of purple worm venom.
Exactly. Flakes of it. It's the umami
The
that you
prince
must.
the prince motions to that one guard that is holding Greg. And he steps down off his throne, comes down in front of you, Glizzik, and the guard comes over holding Greg. He hands Greg to the prince. The prince cuts Greg in half with his claw armor, hands a piece to you, Glizzik, and he takes a bite out of his piece. What do you do?
Oh, of course, I'd chaw right in.
Okay.
He's not going to eat the thing I bought without me getting a bite of it.
As that
You have
happens,
to eat it. You have to eat it while it's still happy. It tastes better. I told you. But
as that, go ahead.
I can say, but I also have seasoned it a little bit while he was in the cauldron, so it tastes even better than normal.
He tastes less
Old Bay.
less salty.
Yeah.
All right. As you do that, Glizzik, you feel magical energies fill like where you ate the piece and emanates through your body as a promise has been made and will be enforced. Then he turns away, and before he turns away, he hands forward the chain that to Khanae to you, Glizzik. He turns to the guard with the bloody claw still. Go fetch the whelp. They leave together. And that guard kind of bows and leaves. And he goes back up and sits back on his throne.
Weird question while I'm here, Zargan. Do I know the dwarf?
Unfortunately, we've used our one favor. It's your mom.
We can go buy.
Wow.
You can be a lobster. You will be the lobster that we eat to save your mother, and it'll be worth it.
Roll me a perception.
Then you will play your mother.
Regretting not getting one of those pearls now, huh?
Bro, I'm using my hero point.
See now, the lobster was totally worth
Bro, what is up with my rolls
Improvement.
tonight?
Hey, I don't know what you're
Hey,
crying about. You
Mystic.
the other direction.
Yeah,
Mystic,
at least you
you're not
rolled
supposed to
better.
use the 8-sided. You're supposed to use the 20-sided.
I haven't rolled higher than an 8 tonight.
That's my point.
Continue.
Then no, Glizzik, you do not recognize the female dwarf. You do not
mean
recognize
what?
your sister.
The Glizzy
whoever.
doesn't recognize his sister.
Someone
No,
should know.
you. Yeah, all you fucking people look alike to me.
Next campaign, we're all naming our guys the same thing.
I'll kill you all. I'll kill you all.
We'll all be Zargan.
They'll all be Zargan. Different ways of spelling it, but all
I
Zargan.
just won't run. Screw you guys.
XHARGON.
Oh, you hear that? We all have to make characters who can only walk.
ZURGUN.
The
He
next time
tells
I
you-
run, everyone's name needs to be Zargan.
He tells you, Glizzik, that he has sent his guard to bring the troll's whelp, and then you may leave. You may
Thank you.
wait. You may wait on the steps.
I appreciate it. Looking forward to any possible business you want to do in the future, of course. And I'll back away facing him the whole time, not to turn my back on him or whatever. Just being courtly and polite. Out of character, did Glimmer Charm help at all with that?
Maybe.
Cool. 5th level spell.
I mean, it helped a lot, and then you rolled that nat 20. I mean,
like, we could totally take them. I'm just trying to be nice today.
to what? Out to dinner?
Yep. I'm serving lobster.
A lobster dinner.
I summoned Butter Elemental. No!
All right, you guys go down the steps. Wait about 5 minutes. That guard comes back with a little baby burrito that's whining and fussing, and hands it to you, Glizzik.
My thanks. I say to the guard.
And he
And,
just walks back up
Chip
into
him
the
some
throne room.
more purple worm meat.
yeah.
You go through
You,
that last bit? You want some
You
more?
like, you like some purple one? Some
Nope,
spice?
he hasn't left. Some spice?
So
Got some
is this
spice?
baby burrito about as big as a goblin if it's the troll baby?
It is not that big yet.
Size of the cat.
It's about the same size as a normal baby would be. It's not that old.
Does it look half troll, half orc? Come on, be honest.
Oh, but
It
true-
looks-
Kruga,
It looks mostly troll.
a protector of maroon virginity, not troll virginity. Come on. All right, we'll turn and we'll start heading away, and I'll lead my new slave by chain.
All right. I'm assuming you guys are heading out.
I believe so. Like a fetus, let's head out.
Kruger has no more reason to be here.
Exfil.
Or we're off like Rob Let's go.
Unless he finds Russo, or not Russo.
Russo, what the hell's he doing out here?
Trying
You
to
mean-
get murdered again?
Now,
You
now the
mean
thing
the,
is, we're
you mean the
just
captain?
just walking down the steps, Zargan, with the slave. Everything's fine, peacefully resolved. Amberjack in front of us. What the fuck are you guys doing here?
How many times I have to keep teaching you this lesson,
And-
old man?
And we're gonna end tonight's session here. Like, no.
And not only that, Glizzik, Amberjack has 2 lobsters.
No. I want her back in your control, and I want him.
All right, so you guys walk out. You leave the Grotto of the Sea Mother. You head back down through the tunnels. At that point, is anyone going to free Khanae or leave her in her manacles?
We're leaving her in manacles until we get.
This
Well,
is
you're
what
out of
we
the
need
city.
to do to get out. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know,
what-
but
Oh, you're
once
waiting
we
till
are
you're out?
Oh no, I was gonna. Like, were we given a key or anything?
Nope.
We don't need a key. We've got Zakara.
All right, I'm gonna break the shackles around her neck.
I mean, it's a troll. Worse than worse. You cut the things off and they regrow. I mean, come on.
Okay, you break her neck. I mean, she doesn't have any around her neck. She has her wrists are shackled and her feet.
Nothing a little acid can't. Wait a second.
So you guys head out of the city. I'm not gonna make Zakara roll. These are pretty primitive. She gets us off in like a few seconds.
Oh,
Khanae takes her baby back.
Free man.
I now have
Well,
2 sets of shitty manacles in my.
To be honest, as soon as she's freed, she jumps at Kruga and kills him. No.
Nice.
And gives him a big hug.
When she
Hey, it was my lobster.
when she jumps, Kruga seems confused, but also reflexively grabs her and stops her from doing so.
Who did that?
Can I like spider parachute to like Glizzik's shoulder so I'm
Sure.
not in the middle
Yep.
of it?
That's fine.
Those little funny spiders.
Can I make a little parachute out of a web and just like fucking
Yep.
jump for? Yeah.
I got you.
As you
I saw
land,
Charlotte's
you
web.
They go salutations.
Exactly. Kruga, it's me.
I sure as hell hope so.
She got a little bit of tear coming down her eye.
And Kruga just looks her like dead in the eye, and like you see tears like starting to like go down his face, and he just says,
Something's in my eye.
"I don't know
Allergies.
who either of us are."
Whispered to the spider next to me. It's just salt water, man. Salt water.
What do you mean? How do you not remember us? Me? You? What do you mean?
I only remember flashes of what has been my life. I have forgotten so much, and I barely remember our time together, much less anything before that.
You don't remember me?
I remember that you are important to me.
Like a sword, like an object? I'm just important? I thought you loved me.
I would not come down to this place if you were only as important as a weapon or armor. I have come to rescue you and bring you as my right hand in ruling my new kingdom.
She like looks at Glizik and kind of walks over, takes a step over to him, takes the baby from Glizik before he eats it.
I had him in the cauldron. I was running around keeping him happy.
Exactly.
I just demoted.
You get ready to start, start like,
Baby's
cooking
bouncing.
him. You gotta
No,
cook
just-
him.
Casting firebolt at the cauldron over and over.
Yep, exactly. She takes him, brings him over to you, Kruga. I'm sure you don't remember this because I don't believe I told you before they threw me overboard. But Kruga, this is Imitar, your son.
Amatar?
Yep.
How do you spell that? A monitor?
No wonder I left you with the naming the kid that name shouldn't even name.
Sister Mary's God is what your baby is. You understand that, right? A monitor.
It's a troll name.
So you see Glizik peering over the lip of the cauldron, Kruga, with daggers at the fact that you have another son other than him. There's a room in his life for another baby.
And I think we will stop here this evening.
Yeah, take her up to the dead meat.
Don't you mean the bread mead?
Red mead. A totally different intellectual property.
Exactly. You close the map.
It was a fun set.
People will level.
Woo.
So over the next week, actually that brings us to the next question. Is everyone available Friday? I know Thursday's Turkey Day, so I'm like, I don't know if I'm available yet or not.
I'm not.
I ought to be, because I think it's just back to work for me. I will be gone Turkey Day, but
I am.
If-
Yeah, I should be available. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Zakara, I didn't hear you.
Oh, yeah, I can make it.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure. My wife's out of town on a cruise, of course. While I'm at home dying of some sickness, but
Goblin Pox.
from goblin crud. So she gets back tomorrow evening. I'll talk with her and see what our plans are, and I'll let you guys know. But basically, everyone will level.
yeah.
So start looking at your stuff. Try to get to me. Try to get stuff to me as soon as you can about what you want to level with.
Hey, Fable, that spell I sent you, I get it now.
Yay.
What spell?
You'll find out.
You think you think I'm just gonna let you have it now?
Pretty sure it's just a base spell.
It's not now.
That's why I'm not telling you which one it is.
All you're doing is kicking the can down the road.
All level 6 spells for Druids are uncommon spells.
Are they? They are now, right?
Yeah.
That's what he was getting at. Is it Actually, I don't know. Is it? I didn't even look at that actually.
What's the name of it? I'll tell you.
I don't want to tell you because I'm excited about it.
Well, tell me.
You'll put it in the list if it's supposed to be there. Chain lightning.
I don't know.
Oh, I thought it was going to be transforming into a kaiju.
No, that's not till like 9th or 10th level, and I get that from just
Chain
wild.
lightning is a common spell.
Oh, cool. You look at the damage on that.
Well, yeah. So, I mean,
Just
lightning
hit
bolt
some
is
spells.
3d12 by itself, and it's only a 3rd level. So,
Okay, so ironically, Purple Worm Sting is a 6th level primal spell. Damaged creature infected with Purple Worm Venom.
well.
Hello.
So,
This
Yeah.
sounds
Speaking
fun.
of, I was looking at doing that. Could we, if we won a Glizziker, I took that and used it into like a jar. Could we get Raz the venom he needs?
that was already done. Raz has a dose of purple worm venom.
Okay, well never mind that.
I was able to harvest 1 dose for him though, but if he
That's
needs
because you
more
rolled
going
like shit.
forward,
You rolled like shit.
I rolled bad, but that was because I have barely any survival.
Because the survival dwarf wasn't here to do it for him.
That's okay. He can always turn himself into a Purple Worm apparently, and then
All
we can just
right.
harvest him that way.
Not yet.
So,
I needed
Galgrim, you will be going to 11th.
Yep.
Glizzik 11th. Raz 12. Zakara 12. Kruga 12.
Woo! I get
Since
to do
you-
2 levels.
Since you completed part of your story, you get the bonus level.
Does that mean you have to fight 2 opponents?
Yeah, that is a good question.
I'll have to
It's
look
a
at the stuff.
It's a 3-way fight.
I have an option for a true shape bomb. I can force even Galgrim out of his shapes. And hurt him if he tries to go back down.
I thought you would force someone to turn into a bomb and then have a blow up. That sounds
Oh,
way
no.
better.
I'm sure something like that exists. I've got 8 more levels of freaking bombs.
So, this
Right.
next week, I work Monday from home. Then I'm off the rest of the week. So, if you guys are around during the day or evening, we can probably pop up Fantasy Grounds and get you guys in here one at a time to level up as we go. Or if you know exactly what you want, you can just send it to me and I can just add it. But we will pick up while we're here. Everyone mark off 10 more gold, except for Kruga. Mark off 20.
Wall of ice. Making the bridge going back.
Is that for going back?
Yep.
Can I try the wall of ice instead on the way back?
Hold on, I'm looking at it.
Yeah, it's 60 feet across. Because you said it was 50 to 60 feet for the river. I just need to anchor
Let
it.
me double check what I said. So I actually have a map for this.
I get to pick so many things.
I mean, like, Kruger could definitely make the leap that if I've got it mostly across anyway. So there's 10 he gets to say. We may have to chuck the baby that.
I could just fly across.
Oh no, it's much farther than that. Going
It's much
directly
farther.
across, it looks like it's going to be. Oh, hold on, let me count. 5, 15, 20, 30, 35, 45, 50, 60, 65, 75, 80, 9. Yeah, it's about 95, 100 feet across at the
See,
nearest points.
That's a horse of a different color.
Yeah. Well, I have a map of it. I just didn't look.
It's fine.
We
We
lost
rob the
we
guy
lost Raz.
after he drives us back over the river. We can always waylay him then.